And so goes we're on the air now. So goes the life of the on-air team at the Pittsburgh Diamonds, which would be Tony Schultz and Scott McDonald. That's us. We're here for this game tonight. Let's start all over at the top. The Diamonds, I had such a cute thing I wanted to say. I'm going to say it all over again because it's important to be cute. The Diamonds, probably the hottest team in the Bay Area right now. The Athletics lost this afternoon, so that leaves the Pittsburgh Diamonds 8-2 in their last 10 games. They've climbed into third place all alone in the Pacific Association, and they want to stay there as they head to the playoffs. The week from Friday is the last regular season game, and 2 weeks from Friday, last regular season game in the Pacific Association. The Diamonds' goal to be the best team in August, to be the champions of August, and head into the playoffs with all the momentum. The playoffs are a very simple setup. Number 1 plays number 4, number 2 plays number 3 on Saturday of Labor Day weekend, and the winners of those 2 games play on Sunday for the championship. So you go into that situation with the momentum. You are in a good potential for winning the Pacific Association 2018 championship. The Diamonds and the Pacifics know how fleeting that kind of happy situation could be. The Pacifics dominated the first half of this season, and since then have not been playing as well, and they have fallen out of first place. They're a game behind Sonoma as we start play tonight. The Diamonds all alone in third place. And now to bring you the play-by-play for tonight's game, Tony Schultz.
All right, Scotty, thank you very much. Randall Moreno will lead it off, followed by Corey Dempster, and then Javian Randall. And then Gillespie, Taylor, Zach Files, Wes Wallace, Mark Lindsay, Kyle Ulande to face Corey McDonald. First pitch, and we're off and running here. That one misses 1 ball and no strikes. Quitzer, Smith, Canella, left to right in the outfield for the Diamonds. Bracamonte, Valera, Garcia, Lashley, third to first in the infield. Next pitch inside, ball 2. And Javier and McDonald make up the Diamonds' battery. Danny Speck, the field umpire. Ricardo Rodriguez behind home plate. And the Diamonds, as Scott mentioned, doing very well right now. The next pitch floats in there for a strike. Count 2-1.
The Diamonds right now have this is the last game of the season against San Rafael for Pittsburgh. They are 6-9 on the year, and so trying to pull within to 7-9 is as good as they can do.
2-1 pitch, swung on, ground ball to short. Valera ranges to his left, fires over in time for the out. 1 up and 1 down, and that'll bring up the right fielder, Corey Dempster.
As Aaron said in the pregame show, which I don't think we saw, but he talked about how when things are going this well, when you're winning all these games, everything seems just to fall into that same type of mode. And like that 3-bounce ground ball into Valera's glove, it just could not have been more tailor-made for an easy play at shortstop.
The peanut butter and jelly before the game tastes better.
Yes, absolutely.
The food at the end of the day tastes better.
Right.
The dust in your mouth from the field tastes better.
And it looks better on your uniform.
And the pitch to Dempster, and he takes high for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Dempster did not get into the ball game yesterday. Wes Wallace was the right fielder, and Wes homered yesterday. There's a pitch in there for a strike.
Wes really likes this stadium.
He's hit 2 home runs since joining the Pacifics. 9 games spent with the Pacifics, and both those home runs are here against the Diamonds. This one lifted in the air, left field, and now ranging over is Quitzer into left center field. Chris makes the catch, 2 up and 2 down. Here's the league's leading hitter, Javian Randall.
Randall has not slowed down. Randall has been so consistent all season. He's right now around 419, and he just has hit the same thing. He kisses his bat. I don't know if he kissed his bat or hit himself in the nose, but one of the two. But he has just been an outstanding player, and nothing seems to slow him down.
Average still well over 400 as he leads the league. Takes it in there for a strike, and the count 0-1. Javion to be followed by Gillespie if he can reach base here. Diamonds in black. And the pitch is in there, a strike, and the count 0-2. And the Pacifics in their blue uniforms with the white script, a navy blue, and then the gray pants. The 0-2 pitch from McDonald just off the outside part of the plate. And the count goes 1 ball and 2 strikes. JV on yesterday, just 1 base hit, did pick up an RBI. And was also hit by a pitch. He went 1 for 3. Nails this one to left center. That one's hit very deep, going back, and this one is going to be off the wall. Randall, pretty good speed. Here comes the throw in his second, not in time. A stand-up, 2-out double for Randall. And now Gillespie will have a chance to drive him in.
I think you just have to accept that with Randall, the way he's going. You get everybody else out, Randall get on, then keep getting people out. I mean, it's almost like you just have to accept the fact that he's going to be on base.
Well, nobody's been able to figure him out yet. I mean, like, what's the scouting report? Where are the hot and cold zones? Right now, they're apparently, if there are cold zones, Scott, none of the pitchers can actually find it. Gillespie, and the pitch going right back to McDonald, who makes the catch. And that was also all about self-preservation right there. But that does end the inning. The Pacifics get a double. They leave a runner after half an inning. It's the Pacifics no score. Diamonds coming up.
Here's a replay. And watch that. Boom. Ooh. Man, he just moved his head out of the way. He gets his glove there in time. Well, we'll be back. The 90 feet between third base and home plate is some of the most important real estate in sports. That's why a coach is located there to help runners navigate the valuable turf. There is help for you, too, when you need to navigate real estate issues. Kroski Real Estate in Pittsburgh has been building strong communities since 1946. The family-owned and operated business is an expert on commercial property management, real estate sales, and residential property management. Kroski Real Estate is on Railroad Avenue in Old Town Pittsburgh. When you are making the turn for home, get the help you need from Kroski Real Estate. Are you looking for a community-based establishment that will provide a fun and exciting environment for your family? Certainly Diamonds Baseball is one, and no doubt Lumpy's Diner is another. Before or after the game, eating at Lumpy's Diner or Lumpy's Diner Express can make for a great doubleheader. And if you want to win a road game, LD's Catering will make your event a hit no matter the location. Lumpy's Diner is a homegrown sensation, world famous since 2008. Bring your family to ours.
All right, to the bottom of the first we go. The Diamonds survive the top half of the first inning. A double yielded by Corey McDonald, and then in what can only be called an act of self-preservation, hauled in the line drive off the bat of Gillespie that, well, he was very fortunate that one didn't hit him in the face.
Yeah, you're right. All you can do is react. You have no time to think about it or anything. It's after it's over, you go, oh, my God, that almost killed me. But in the time, you're just putting your glove up there, and boom, the ball ran right in it.
Well, here's the Diamonds lineup. Brent Smith will start it off. He's in center. Rafael Valera at shortstop. Gabe Bracamonte at third base. Carranza the DH. Ryan Lashley at first. Chris Quitzer in left. Javier came into the game a little bit later yesterday. He gets the start at catcher tonight. Kaz Canella is in right. And Garcia at second base to take on Jared Koenig, the San Rafael left-hander, having a very good year. First pitch in there for a strike. Wallace, Randall, Dempster, left, right in the outfield for the Pacifics. Files, Moreno, Yolande Taylor, third to first in the infield. Lindsay and the aforementioned Koenig make up the Pack's battery. Swing and foul back to the boards, and they count 0-2. Diamonds coming in having won 8 of 10. They took 5 of 6 on that road trip. Winning yesterday makes it 6 out of 7. And it's something like 6 of those games, that's when foul tipped and caught a piece of the catcher, Lindsay. But they've gotten good starting pitching in 6 of those games. So, and a lot of times that's kind of how it goes. Your starting pitching is good. Obviously got a good chance to win.
For the team, for the Diamonds, of course, that's the ultimate formula because they have the best starting pitching in the league from top to bottom, and that's how they plan to ride themselves into the playoffs.
1-2 pitch, swinging a ground ball, plucked out of the air by Jared Koenig, who throws on to first to get him. And Smith out number 1, and that'll bring up Rafael Valera, the birthday boy.
That was a nice comebacker for Koenig. It was not exactly the save your life play that McDonald had to make, but he got out number 1. There's Bodie Brown, the dancing bat boy, running out of your picture.
Base hit and a home run for Valera last night as he finished his day 2 for 4 overall. Continues to have a fine season for Pittsburgh. And the right-handed batter takes outside. 1 ball and no strikes to Rafael.
2 Venezuelans here right after each other in the batting order.
Next pitch on the black. Just does get that outside corner. Does Koenig to even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. And the pitch took something off that time and stays outside. And they count 2-1 with Bracamonte waiting on deck. Diamonds have put some space between themselves and the 4th team. Napa swing and a miss here. Count goes 2-2. As the Diamonds start tonight's play, 5 games ahead of Napa, who's now 5th, and a game ahead of Vallejo, and the Admiral ship is sinking right now. The 2-2 pitch, and that misses. Count goes full 3-2. They've lost 6 in a row, Scott.
That's a lot to lose in a row.
And that is, especially when the Diamonds, who are right behind you, were putting together the nice streak that they have. The Diamonds have flip-flopped with themselves and Vallejo in the association standings. Here's the pitch, breaking ball, and just chopped at foul left side.
2 of those losses were to the Diamonds, so head-to-head matchups helped along the way.
Good job, buddy. Thank you.
Always nice when you can knock off the team that you're chasing or the team that's chasing you.
And the Diamonds will have that chance tomorrow as they take on Napa here at Winter Chevrolet Stadium.
3-2 pitch, swung on and fouled off. And Valera do another payoff pitch. So Sonoma coming into tonight's play at 44-21. They lead the association. San Rafael 42 up, 23 down. Packs 2 games back. Swung on, fouled off again. And we've got a battle going on here against Koenig and Valera.
Birthday boy wants to prove he's not old yet.
No, I think we got to meet a fan of his. 3-2 pitch, and that's low for a ball. Young lady that said she's here rooting for Valera. Told us that it was his birthday today. And I believe she said he's only 24. That's what I heard.
That's
ought to be young.
24 is a long time ago.
Wow.
24.
Scott.
You don't want to know what 24 was.
When I was 24.
1981.
So the story goes.
1981.
Gas was 50 cents a gallon.
No, it was beyond that by then. Oh, my. Here comes Mr. Bracamonte, who, just has been he's so charming a catcher. It's hard to really describe how great he is, too.
Yeah, this takes a fastball in there for a strike, 0-1. So a walk to Valera. And now Bracamonte gets a chance with 1 on and 1 out. There's a look at Jared Koenig going out of the stretch. Lefty takes a long look into his battery mate, Lindsay, and the 0-1. And that one goes inside, and the count 1 ball and 1 strike. Diamonds, after losing one of their best relievers to promotion. Here's a toss back over to first, and Sean Johnson having him get promoted, but well, they've survived so far. Here's the next pitch, and that one hops up there, and the count goes 2 balls and 1 strike.
if you were to take the part of the Diamonds where they are player rich, I guess it would be their pitching staff. You don't want to lose the two of your best pitchers, which they did last week. But I guess on the other hand, if there's a part of the roster where you might survive it, that would be the place.
You're always the place where you have the most depth, but here's the pitch, swinging a foul. You just hate to give up Sean Johnson when he was doing so well in a position earlier in the season, especially, that was very hard to fill.
I've been here a year, almost 2 years now. They've never had a closer like Sean Johnson. They've never had someone they can rely on like that. And you're right, it's just a difficult thing to lose.
2-2 pitch, fouled away again. So Bracamonte in a battle with Jared Koenig. 8-1, a 4.03 and 13 starts for Koenig. 78 innings pitched, 117 strikeouts to just 40 walks. So a very nice ratio there. And well over 1 strikeout per inning. 2-2 pitch. And he looks over, and now we'll toss over to first base.
But both Valera and Bracamonte have been giving him a battle here, making him throw extra pitches. He's just here in the first inning. This is only the third batter of the night.
There goes the runner. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. The throw down. Not in time.
Boy, Valera beat that by quite a bit. That throw, he was in touching the bag as the ball was into the glove of the second baseman, Yolande, standing on second. And here comes so it's an argument here.
Interference, I guess, is going to be the call.
On Bracamonte?
I can't think of what else there is. Valera was clearly safe at second base. Here's Aaron Miles arguing.
Yeah, and Miles is not looking. If he was arguing an interference call, he would be. That might be interference, but
yeah.
I don't know what. I guess interference could be it.
Yeah, it's got to be interference. Bracamonte crossed over the plate and clearly got in the way of the catcher, Mark Lindsay, and that is the call. So a double play ends the inning. Instead of a runner on second for the Diamonds, the inning is over. And after one full here from Pittsburgh, Diamonds and Pacifics, no score.
If you've been there before, you know when your car breaks down on the freeway, you want quick, reliable service. You want All Counties Tow. With 20 years of experience, 7 locations in Northern California, and 50 trucks, All Counties Tow is the one to count on when you need roadside help. You can find them at allcotow.com or phone 925-709-0759 for fast, dependable service. Easy and painless. All Counties Tow.
Is there anything more fun than a ball bouncing off the outfield wall for a double? Well, if there is, it might be a double-double from In-N-Out. In-N-Out is an iconic burger restaurant for a reason. Quality is the most important ingredient at In-N-Out. They never freeze, pre-package, or microwave the food. Your burgers, fries, and a shake are waiting to be made on Delta Gateway Boulevard, just off Highway 4. In-N-Out, that's what a hamburger is all about.
All right, top of the second we go. An interesting ending to that last half inning. We had a strikeout by Bracamonte, and apparently he stepped over the plate and interfered with Mark Lindsay's throw down to second base. So Rafael Valera, who looked like he had the base stolen, interference the call, and that is one of those odd-looking double plays that you almost never see.
There are two things that are odd about that play, and I'm going to discuss that after this.
Jake Taylor to lead it off. Here's the pitch. Swings and misses at an off-speed pitch, and it's 0-1.
Bracamonte is a catcher. No one should be more aware of interference than Bracamonte. So either he did it on purpose or he did it. It's hard to imagine. I mean, how could a catcher interfere without being aware of what he was doing?
Oh, one pitch swung on. This ball hit into center field. And drifting over to make the catch is Smith. 1 up and 1 down. And here comes the third baseman, Zach Files.
What threw me off, though, was that when Aaron Miles came out to make that argument, he was not pointing at home plate saying he did not interfere. He was pointing at second base. What his argument was, I don't know. But it was an odd thing. So that's why it just seemed odd to be arguing against an interference call pointing at second base, but that's what was happening.
It cost the Diamonds a chance to get an at-bat with a runner in scoring position, but that's the way it goes. And Zach Files, the third baseman, takes low for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Files got the start at third base last night. Couple of flyouts and a strikeout. Takes ball 2 here. He also walked and stole a couple of bases in the 8th. But the Diamonds had the home run stroke again, Scott. Yeah, that pitch is low for a ball. So the Diamonds, it seems like since a week or so ago, when you and I were talking about the lack of power.
It's been at least 3 weeks, because they've been hit the ball out of the park for 3 weeks like crazy.
Yeah. As soon as I mentioned it, they started hitting home. Yeah, they can't hit home runs. Bam. That's
boom, 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 boom. It's been amazing.
Well, that is a 1-out walk to Zach Files as he trots on down to first base. Here comes Wes Wallace. We were talking about Wes, and since moving on to San Rafael, this is his 10th game now wearing the Pacific's uniform. He's got 2 home runs, and who are they against?
4 runs batted and hitting .265, and let's see another stat. Ooh, nice catch.
Javier able to get that one out of the air. 2 home runs, both against Pittsburgh and both here at Winter Chevrolet Stadium.
But he has, in his 10 games now, 15 strikeouts.
Yeah. And the next pitch is high for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes.
It's painful almost to say it. Just, here's someone who's got all the gifts to be a great player, and that strikeout thing is just bizarre how it commands. It overtakes him.
2-0 pitch swung on. There's a moonshot with home run distance. And that's the way they look. This one well foul off to the left. Count goes 2-1. But when he hits him, he seems to hit him with that arc. Mm-hmm. He doesn't really hit the line drive shot home run. He just to the moon, Alice. Pitch now thrown over to first base. That was actually pretty close.
Another Jackie Gleason home run for Wes Wallace. I think that's what we should call him.
For both of us who understand the reference. 2-1 pitch, swing, and a pop-up out of play. But, you watch some of these, especially some of these Seth MacFarlane cartoons, the ones that really aren't for kids, they're more for
adults, yeah.
They go off into tangents with these references that only guys that are around our age would know. The kids wouldn't know this.
Seth MacFarlane is a funny man. Not just because he has references I understand.
2-2 pitch cued off the end of the bat. I mean, one tangent was literally a reference to an old Twilight Zone starring Burgess Meredith. How would it I don't know, unless those youngsters are watching the Twilight Zone. I don't know how they would get that.
All I can say
thrown over to first.
Is that if you are a youngster and you are wondering Burgess Meredith Twilight Zone, you can go search it. I can go Google, goes Burgess Meredith Twilight Zone, boom, in 2 seconds. I kind of understand what they're saying. Now, that doesn't mean that makes it fun.
This one popped foul and out of play. Count remains 2-2. Now, here's that situation where Wallace had so much trouble, and we were saying those last couple of weeks before he was let go, it's like, okay, 2-2, curveball away.
Everyone knows the pitch. Yeah, it's curveball away. Curveball. And as bad as it might be, he would swing. Let's see if Corey McDonald got the memo.
Here it is, fastball and fouled away.
And not anywhere near the outside of the plate.
So Files aboard at first after he walked. Taylor led off the inning with a fly out to center. And Wes Wallace in a battle with Corey here at 2 balls and 2 strikes. A 6.54 ERA coming in for McDonald. 4-6 on the record, 12 starts. 66 innings pitched. A guy who's not getting a lot of strikeouts. 36 in those 66 innings. Ooh. And he has a 35 walks, and, this one hits the batter, and I think that's the second night in a row that Wes Wallace, well, no, he wasn't hit by a pitch. That was somebody else. But Wallace did get a home run against Travis Blackley last night. He ended up going 1 for 4 overall and did pick up one more strikeout. But he's hit by a pitch here. And 2 on with 1 out. Here's the catcher, Mark Lindsay. So a chance now for the Pacifics to get on the board. Donald's pitch and fastball inside, and the count 1 ball and no strikes.
And here's that example of how you beat yourself. It's a walk, a hit batsman. Now you've got 2 guys on, and then you give up 1 hit. 1 hit in the inning, but you have put people on board that it could really cost you.
You set the table yourself.
Right.
The 1-0 pitch, here it is. Swing, and that's a hard hit ball up and over the leaping Garcia. That's a base hit. Runner around third, and the throw's going to go into second base. And just like that, the Pacifics lead it 1-0 as Lindsay picks up the RBI single, and that'll bring up Kyle Yolande.
Well, we don't have to repeat what we said because, unfortunately, what we said came to be true. And one thing you forget is how fast Wallace is. That ball was being thrown in the infield. He was already at third base.
And that wasn't a hard one to read. When the ball was hit, it looked like a gapper, and you knew that Garcia wasn't going to be able to get it. So with the play right in front of him, not much of a hesitation by Wes Wallace. He makes it all the way to third, and Yolande is going to dump this one into right field. That's a base hit. Wallace scores. And now runners at first and second, and back-to-back RBI base hits. So the walk and the hit by pitch got both scored here in the inning.
Yep, and it's interesting. Don Andre Clark is not in the lineup tonight. He is a mainstay of this Pacifics team, but maybe just getting a night off. But
he did get the start last night. A hit and a walk for Don Andre yesterday. Ground ball to second, could be 2. Bobbled by Valera. Only play over to first. Throw is wide left, and everybody's going to be safe. That'll be an E6 that allows Moreno to reach. So a walk, a hit batsman, and now an error. And boy, Scott, that really looked like it was going to be 2.
yeah, it looked like an easy double play ball. In fact, it was probably too easy. That's one of those things where you have too much time to think about it or something. But Valera just bobbled it, and he's done this in the past. And this is the problem. This is what about a week ago Aaron Miles was talking about. He said we've got 2 great shortstops, Garcia and Valera, but neither one has played up at shortstop to the level that they can.
Pitch swung on and fouled away. Corey Dempster gets a chance. He flew out to left his first time in the first inning, but the second inning starting off with the fly ball out from Taylor, but then a walk, a hit batsman, and 2 RBI base hits. And it's the Packs by a deuce. Here's the next pitch, low for a ball, 1 ball and 1 strike.
So McDonald needs to shut the door on this right now. There's only 1 out, and there's just a potential of it getting completely out of hand now that we're at the top of the order. And runners at first and second with 1 out.
Right-handed batter waits. 1-1 pitch. Fastball on the black. And called to strike. 1-2. That's definitely a pitcher's strike. One that Corey gets the benefit of the doubt there. And the count 1 ball and 2 strikes.
You can tell Corey sweating a bit on that shot with the reflection of the sun. But Corey pitched in Hawaii, so he knows the sun.
Swing and a miss. McDonald gets the strikeout here of Dempster. His first strikeout of the game. And here comes Javian Randall with the bases loaded and 2 outs. So a guy that you don't really want to see, the league's leading hitter, up here in a situation where he can really make the Diamonds' life difficult here with a base hit. Of course, runners will be going on contact here with 2 outs, so likely a base hit to the outfield would score 2. Pitch fouled off, and the count goes no balls and 1 strike. And then, of course, you got no place to put him anyway, and Gillespie's next. And he has been one of the mainstays in the Pacific Association. And having another good year, and, well, he nearly knocked the pitcher's head off his first time. Here's the pitch, and that is low for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. So if you're Randall, you got the quality hitting left-handed batter behind you, bases loaded. This is a good hitter situation. Corey comes set, the 1-1, and that's inside for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. It looked like the JV on had an idea of swinging at that pitch, and then at the last moment recognized that it's off the inside part of the plate. He was able to lay off. McDonald down in the count now. 2 balls and a strike. 2 out, 2 in. Pitch on the outside corner, a strike. Good pitch by Corey McDonald to even the count at 2-2.
Yeah, that upset Randall. That was came in where it was. I don't know if he was so upset with the call, just upset that he didn't realize it was going to be there.
It looked like a pretty good pitch from our vantage point. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and that one low for a ball, and it's 3-2, and that's where you didn't want to go. Bases loaded, 2 outs now, and the runners are going to get a jump. So Rando Moreno with good speed at first base. Here's the pitch. There they go. Swing and a foul. Do it again. Top half of the second inning. Pacific's lead at 2-0 over Pittsburg. Diamonds coming in hot. Got a chance to see Cam Hatch come into the ball game yesterday, Scott, and he's, especially you lose a guy like Sean Johnson, he's really picked things up. Swing, and this one fouled off and out of play.
This is the Diamond strategy to wear out the base runners for San Rafael. Every time there's a pitch, they get to run down, they get to sprint, but the ball gets fouled away.
Well, they got a base hit to the outfield, but they were too tired to run around the bases. Another payoff pitch due to Javion. Doubled his first time. Here it is, and that's low, ball 4. That'll walk in a run. Now Gillespie will be the 9th man to bat in the order, and officially now the Pacifics have batted around here in the second inning.
It's a very quiet batting around. A lot of times you feel like they've, a lot of excitement. There hasn't been much excitement. You got a couple singles, you've got an error, you've got a hit batsman, you got a walk, you got 2 walks. So there have only been 2 hits in the entire process for San Rafael.
Gillespie ground ball to short. Valera backhands, fires to first. Not in time, everybody's safe. So an infield base hit and an RBI for Gillespie, and that was a tough chance that time for Valera. He makes a great play, but just not quite enough time to throw out Lindsay from the 5-hole.
Wow.
Well, that makes it 4-0 now in favor of San Rafael, and inning still not over, bases still loaded. Here comes Jake Taylor. First pitch to Jake, way inside with the fastball, and the count 1 ball and no strikes. 4 runs on 3 hits, a walk, a hit batsman, and an error. And that's how the Pacifics have got that crooked number on the board here in frame number 2. Corey to the belt. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball right back to McDonald. He's got this one. Toss it over to first base so the Diamonds avoid further damage, but the damage is done. 4 runs for the Packs. They leave them loaded after an inning and a half. It's 4-0 San Rafael.
trips can be grueling, which is why baseball teams are happy to split their road games. But there is one way to guarantee a win on the road. That's by staying at Hampton Inn by Hilton.
In baseball, dedication, hard work, and some creative thinking can make a team a champion. At Winter Chevrolet, the same qualities can make you the champion. Pittsburgh's new and used Chevrolet dealer has the car that will make you feel like you just hit a home run. With a large selection to choose from, Winter Chevrolet is sure to have the car that fits your personality, and their amazing finance programs will allow you to slide into your new car safely. Winter Chevrolet, a proud sponsor of Diamonds Baseball, is off of Highway 4 in Pittsburgh. Winter has what you want. Little J's. The handcrafted burgers are sensational. The generous sandwiches are delicious. The hand-carved tri-tip is the best in town. Getting hungry? You probably already know where to go to find these food treasures. Little J's in Pittsburgh. Since 2003, Little J's has been rewarding those smart enough to stop in for a meal. They can also cater your next event. On Loveridge Road, it's Little J's Restaurant.
That had to be the most exciting game I think I ever saw.
And of course, it was the same season as maybe the second most exciting game ever. The SC Notre Dame game that year. We got the pass to Dwight. What's his name? He runs down. I mean, fourth down. We get down to the 10-yard line. We score. First off, we don't score on one play, and they think the clock runs out. Notre Dame runs on the field. Then the ball got out of bounds. The clock had stopped with 4 seconds or something, and so they had to 4 seconds after we win the game. And that's the most insane finish of any game at Notre Dame.
All right, bottom of the second we go. Joel Carranza to lead it off, followed by Ryan Lashley, who had himself such a nice game yesterday. And then Chris Quitzer, middle part of the order here for the Diamonds. And they got some work to do, trailing Jared Koenig and the Pacifics 4-0. First pitch, that one misses, and the count 1 ball and no strikes.
They got work to do. They know they don't have to do it all at once. But a run here, a run there, and all of a sudden they're back in the game.
Carranza, a 2-run blast yesterday, hammers this one into the 5-hole, and the backhand try there by Moreno, unsuccessful. But that was going to be a tough play no matter what. So an infield base hit to lead it off for Carranza. Nice way to start it. So the Diamonds got their hands full. They trail 4-0 against a guy with, as we told you, 78 innings pitched, Scott. An ERA down right at 4. And, boy, the last time Koenig pitched, he went 6 2/3. 2 earned runs, 12 strikeouts, and picking up a win. And the guy who's won his last 4 decisions.
Carranza came in hitting 288 as he's careening towards 300. He just keeps going. And where did he get 7 home runs all of a sudden? 7 home runs on the season for Joel.
Right when we told them that the Diamonds aren't hitting any home runs. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss by Lashley.
Mr. Lashley has 5 home runs. He's hitting 310.
And he got 2 of them yesterday. An HR leading off the 6th, and then a 2-run bomb to give the Diamonds some insurance. That came in the 8th, and that settled the scoring. And the Diamonds won it 6-3. This one fouled away, and the count goes 1-2. So where we are is, just behind the backstop, not very far from the hitters. So a lot of times when Scott and I are babbling, they can hear us.
Yes.
So we say they're not hitting home runs. They go, we'll show you. And they did. The 1-2 pitch. Hopper over to third. That's going to be a foul ball.
All right, baby.
So Blackley, last night, Scott, 7 innings, 3 runs to kind of keep the Diamonds on the streak when, for the most part, they're getting quality starting pitching. And well, Travis is since his return, he just doesn't have bad starts.
He does not have bad starts. He does not have bad starts. He's not the shutout. No one gets a hit pitcher.
And 1-2 check swing, and he went around. So Lashley's going to be a strikeout victim here.
But he does every game give you a situation where you have a chance to win that ball game because he has kept the other team to like 3 runs. It's like 3 runs every game, 2-3 runs.
And Scott and I have talked about it several times. If you have an ERA in the mid-4s here. That's really like having an ERA like a 3 in the big leagues. This is usually a league that scores a lot of runs. Here's Quitzer, the left-handed batter. Chris takes a strike, and the count 0-1. Last night for Quitzer, he was on a couple more times, base hit and a walk. No balls and a strike to Quits, and this one is a swing and a miss, strike 2. That lefty-lefty combination, and boy, sometimes I always wondered why left-handed hitters have so much problems normally with left-handed pitching. The 0-2 pitch, and that's low for a ball. Or right-handers, you do the splits, and right-handed hitters, generally speaking, don't do as well against right-handed pitchers. But I think the difference has got to be when you're growing up and you're playing all this baseball, if you're a right-handed batter, chances are you're going to see way more right-handed
pitching. Of course,
pitching.
yeah. And same with left-handed. You see a lot of right-handed pitchers. And
1-2, and now that one misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
So it's going to be weird when you get the lefty.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Carranza aboard at first. A 4-run second has the Pacifics ahead by that score, and this one is low for a ball. Good take that time by Chris Quitzer. That one, from our vantage point, didn't appear to miss by much, but Quits just spit on the ball as it went by, and now a full count. Payoff pitch, here it is, low for a ball, and there's a walk. So an infield base hit, a walk, sandwiched around the Lashley strikeout. Here comes Steven Javier with 2 on and 1 out, and boy, Javier's batting average has really struggled.
But he had one of the great vindication games last week when the Diamonds played Vallejo. They took a big lead, 7-0. They led it up to 10-7. The Admirals came back with 2 outs and 2 on, 2 strikes on the batter.
Gets this one right side. It's going to be picked up by the second baseman, who makes a nice place, Yolande, to throw him out. And boy, Kyle Yolande, and I think Kyle made a nice play, not to take anything away from him, but that infield grass just seemed to kind of suck up that ground ball. I really thought it was going to get to right field as we look at it again.
But to finish this thought, Javier with 2 outs in the 9th inning and a 10-9 ball game, and a runner's at second and third, 2 strikes on the batter. The ball goes off of his glove, allowing the runner at third to score and tie the ball game, and it goes to extra innings. The Diamonds get the runners at second and third to start the extra innings, as they do. And Javier lines it in between him and right and center, and all the way to the wall, scores 2 runs. I mean, it was a great moment of vindication for a guy who had given up the tying run. So then he knocked in the winning run.
It looked like he was going to knock in the Diamonds' first run. The runners second and third now for Cos Canelo. Big swing and a miss there, and the count goes 0-2. Garcia would be next if Canela can keep this going, but right now a great opportunity for the Diamonds to pick up a couple of runs if they can get a base hit to the outfield. So nice to cut into that 4-run lead here in the very next half inning. 0-2 pitch, here it is. Swing popped up on the infield. Yolande coming over, Randall coming over. It'll be Yolande who makes the catch. Diamonds leave 2, and at the end of 2, it's San Rafael 4, Pittsburgh nothing.
Oh, sure, you'll ask for advice if you want some, but usually you know exactly how you want your business publications and handouts to look. That's where Paper Tiger Ready Print comes in. It is their mission to help you achieve your business goals, and that starts by listening to what you want and making it happen. At Paper Tiger Ready Print, they believe there is no greater satisfaction than delivering a finished product that helps a client reach their goals and objectives. Give them a try. You won't be disappointed. Paper Tiger Ready Print at 182 East Leland Road in Pittsburgh or ReadyPrint.com. Red's Barbershop. You know when it's time for a haircut, but you aren't really thrilled with the trim you've been getting? You'd like to find a new hair cutter, but it seems like a big hassle with too many choices and not enough information. We're giving you the take sign, as in take down this information. Call Red's Barbershop and make an appointment. Red has the skills and experience with all types of hair. He is great with the latest styles and still knows how to make you shine with more traditional haircuts. Call 925-382-1399 and make an appointment. That's 925-382-1399. Red's Barbershop is at 190 East 7th Street, just off Railroad Avenue in Old Town. Give Red a call today, 925-382-1399.
All right, to the top of the third we go. A 4-0 lead for San Rafael. And they'll send to the plate Zach Files, Wes Wallace, Mark Lindsay. Bottom part of the order coming up. And this is the part of the order that did the damage. Zach Files in the second. Got a walk. Wallace a hit by pitch. Lindsay and Yolande both picked up RBI base hits. And then another RBI from Randall. And then one by Gillespie, accounting for the 4 runs for San Rafael. And that's where we are, 4-0. Files takes a strike in the count. No balls and 1 strike to the third baseman for San Rafael. 0-1 pitch, and that's outside for a ball count. 1 ball and 1 strike. So the Diamonds' success coinciding, I should say, right with the Vallejo losses. Told you that Vallejo had lost 6 straight. Here's the 1-1 pitch, swing and a foul. And it really hasn't been, Scott, their hitting. I was looking it up, and, well, Akins, Vlad Gomez, Kiriakos having good years. And here's, you want to talk about being hurt by the promotion.
Well, good years, but
being promoted. Durkee, Tillman Pugh, the reigning MVP, swing and a miss, strike 3 as Files strikes out.
well, Akins and those people had great starts to the season. But what have they done the last 2 weeks? I mean, I don't think the Vallejo Admirals lineup has come through in the last couple of weeks, and that's why they're having a problem now.
Well, Akins had not homered in like 14 games since he homered July 28th against the Clips, but he had hit safely in 8 of 9. Here's the pitch, and that just misses to Wes Wallace. So Files, a strikeout victim. Here's Wallace, who was hit by a pitch the last time. And he did have 5 multi-hit games in that period. There's that curveball. Saw it with 1 ball and no strikes. 2 balls and no strikes. Vlad Gomez.
Wallace
still doing well.
Javier missed it.
297 for Vlad. Kiriakos went 0 for 4 last night, but that just snapped, as this one is fouled off, that just snapped an 8-game hitting streak that Kiriakos had.
Well, Tony, I have the answer, though.
Right.
I know what the problem for Vallejo is,
right.
and I have not shared this with you because it's a sad tale.
Uh-oh.
It's a very sad tale.
Oh.
Vladimir Gomez no longer does his ritual. He goes up to the plate and bats. He does not do the pre-batting ritual. It's impossible. This is not. Why don't they just close down the league? Why don't we just shut down the Pacific Association?
This must be the invasion of the body snatchers, Pacific Association style. Swing and a miss there. The count 3-2 to Wes Wallace.
No Vladimir Gomez ritual before at bat.
Oh boy!
Why go to the game?
I'm going to clap twice right now just because of that. 3-2 pitch, swing, and another foul, and we'll do it again. Yeah, like, so right before you say, here's the voice of the Diamonds, Tony Schultz, I'm going to do that twice.
You get some dirt. Out at home plate. You should do it at home plate. Yeah. But the whole ritual thing, swing and walk up second, third base. Yeah.
3-2 pitch, outside, ball 4. So Wes Wallace on base for the second time tonight. And then I'll bring up Mark Lindsay, who drove in a run with a base hit in that 4-run second. But anyway, Vlad, batting average right near 300. On base percentage 372, 23 extra base hits on the year. Kiriakos, we started to have that 12-game, that hitting streak of 8 games snapped, but 12 hits over that period. Team ERA, 6.26.
6.26. Well, that's not the Ritual's fault, but I'll tell you, don't upset the baseball gods.
There's a pitch in there for a strike count, 0-1 to Kyle Ulande. Pardon me, Mark Lindsay. Here's the pitch, and that's in there. Snap throw to first base. Wallace just does get back. No ball and 1 strike to Lindsay. So Files a strikeout, Wallace the walk. And now Lindsay up there, and the Diamonds looking for the double play. Throw over to first.
And Wallace has been on base twice today with a hit by pitch and a walk, and that's your formula for defeat, really. And the Diamonds have not been pitching like that. They need to not do it tonight.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, and the pitch up high for a ball. Vallejo losing those 6 straight. They lost 1 to the Clips, 2 to Napa, 2 to the Diamonds. And yesterday the Stoppers got them. So at least they're spreading it around. Here goes the runner. Here's the pitch. Taken for a strike. The throw down. Not in time. So it's stolen base for the speedy Wes Wallace. And he's in scoring position now. And Lindsay awaiting a 2-2 pitch. There's Wes. Two, way outside, and the count goes full now. 3 balls and 2 strikes with the 9th place hitter Kyle Ulande waiting on deck.
Take a look at Matt Kavanaugh, the manager and third base coach for the Pacifics. There he is.
Payoff pitch, swing, ground ball to short, charging is Valera, gloves, throws, gets his man. Had a little trouble making the exchange, but still no problem throwing out Mark Lindsay, who was out number 2, and now will take a 2-out base hit by Kyle Ulande to get that run across. So Lindsay out 6-3. And Ulande bats with a runner at second and 2 down.
It is a beautiful Wednesday night here in Pittsburgh for baseball and whatever else you might want to do, but we're doing baseball. And, that's a good thing to be doing.
You know, Ulande puts a charge into this one, going back, and this one is gone to left field. And just like that, it's 6-0, San Rafael.
I think he hit that one over the trailer in left field. That is a long home run.
Sure looked like it from here. And Ulande gets the 2-run home run. He counts for 2 runs no matter what.
No matter how far it went, as long as it's over the fence, it's 2 runs. Well.
So the Diamonds now 4 runs in the second for the Pacifics. Now a 2-out, 2-run bomb from the 9th place hitter Ulande, who's torching Pittsburgh right now. Back to the top of the order for Rando Moreno. He takes a strike, and it's 0-1. And this one hops up there in the count. 1 ball and 1 strike. And Corey McDonald, his last outing, and this one is low, was August the 8th, coincidentally against San Rafael, who's up in Marin County. A 7-5 Pittsburgh win, 6 innings, 3 runs for Corey, and this one hops up there. Count goes 3-1. Not the same thing here tonight.
No, that was the game where all hell broke loose. And Valera got that game-winning home run that set the things in motion. But the Diamonds won that in dramatic fashion, 7-5.
This one hit in the air right field. And coming in, Canella, and he makes the catch. Side retired, but not before the Pacifics get two more on the Yolande 2-run, 2-out blast. And we'll go to the bottom of the third inning now. The Diamonds trailing San Rafael 6-0 Pacifics.
Oh, sure. You'll ask for advice if you want some, but usually you know exactly how you want your business presentations and handouts to look. That's where Paper Tiger Ready Print comes in.
Anytime we have a conversation with Mechanics Paint, we know that we're in the same business. Our business is customer service, integrity, loyalty, friendship. Mechanics clearly establishes a high level of tradition, honesty, integrity that comes through in all their transactions. I trust them with everything. I know that they're there for us. My name is Paul Irwin. I'm a mechanic.
Hampton by Hilton. Road trips can be grueling, which is why baseball teams are happy to split their road games. But there's one way to guarantee a win on the road. That's by staying at Hampton Inn by Hilton. Fresh, up-to-date accommodations include a hearty cooked breakfast to get you off to a good start on the day. Known for low-end prices and high-end service, a stay at Hampton Inn by Hilton means you can earn points in the valuable Hilton Honors Program. You can find a Hampton Inn by Hilton in Pittsburg and Brentwood.
All right, Jose Garcia will lead it off here. Bottom of the third we go. Diamonds got some work to do. They trail it 6-0 against a very tough pitcher in Jared Koenig. Told you that Koenig's numbers, as good as they are, well, won his last 4 decisions. 6 2/3, 2 earned, 12 strikeouts his last time picking up the win. He's certainly not a stranger to the Diamonds. Here's Garcia, who hits one out to right center field, and that one's going to get down. That's a base hit. He's going to try to stretch it into a double. The throw is not in time, and it's a leadoff double for Jose Garcia.
I love watching Jose Garcia play baseball. He did not stop. He took off and he did not stop, and that's why he slides in here safely at second base. It's a double.
Yeah, Randall got to that one pretty quickly and got a good throw off back to second base. But like you said, Garcia was sprinting right out of the box, and he made that one into a double.
And I wanted to comment before that. He has new walk-up music. The power of the new walk-up music.
Yeah. Now here's Brett Smith now. And he fouls this one off, and the count no balls and 1 strike. And the Diamonds trying to put a rally together. We're talking about Koenig, and that the Diamonds very familiar with Jared this season. Left-hander from the stretch, the 0-1, and Smith looks at a strike, and the count 0-2. Back on August the 18th, win for Koenig. The Packs won at 10-2. He went 6 innings, giving up 2 runs, and then June the 19th as well against Pittsburgh up in San Rafael. Koenig will look back at second. The 0-2 pitch swing, and this one fouled off. 6 innings, 3 runs, 2 earned, as San Rafael picked up the win in that game as well. So you know Koenig with those numbers, he's certainly tough, but you'd like to think that the Diamonds have seen him before. That familiarity would give them an edge, but not so far. Koenig's put up a couple of zeros. There's Garcia on board with that leadoff double. Smith bounced back to the pitcher his first time. He's 0 for 1. Right-handed batter waits the 0-2 pitch. That one hops up there, and the count goes 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Landed right in front of the plate. You know, it is hard to imagine for someone who doesn't throw the ball like me. How do you throw the ball so well, so aggressively, and then you throw a pitch that doesn't even make it to the plate. It bounces in front of the plate. It's mind-boggling.
My brother was a pretty good pitcher. Always had a pretty good arm. And one day he threw the ball over the backstop.
That I can almost see easier than not making it to the plate. But anyway,
this one is low and bounces up there. The count 2 balls and 2 strikes to Smith. Rafael Valera waiting his turn on deck. And the Diamonds hoping they can string together some hits and put up a crooked number of their own. The Pacifics have done it back-to-back innings, a 4-spot and 2-spot. And they lead it by a touchdown. It's 6-0 San Rafael.
Now, there are some things that you shouldn't. That's good. It's good to
missing 3 and 2.
Something you might remember because we're old, but it's good that if you're younger, you just don't have to experience it. And I don't know if you remember what the first Gatorade used to taste like that came out. It was awful.
I don't. Actually.
Powerade, for some reason, their new lemon lime, it tastes exactly like the awful Gatorade. The first Gatorade. It's awful.
And this one misses ball 4, so Smith will take first base, and we'll take this time to say Diamonds baseball brought to you by No, we won't say that.
I was going out for Pop Warner football in August in Danville, hotter than hell, like Pittsburg, and Gatorade had just come out, so I've been drinking.
Oh wow!
And I just thinking I'm all hot, but it was awful. It got better, obviously.
I remember when they came out. I was in Little League. They came out with this salt gum.
Oh yeah.
To keep you hydrated, and I thought to myself, as soon as I tasted it, just drink water.
Yeah, it's bad. I don't think there's anything good about salt. Maybe a little salt in this, but whatever.
First pitch to Valera misses, and they count 1 ball and no strikes. So Smith draws the walk after the double. Diamond's got something going here. 2 on, nobody out.
With the birthday boy at the plate.
Rafael waits. Here's the pitch up high for a ball, and they count 2-0. And now the battery for the Pacifics wants to get together. Lindsey's going to go out there and talk to the lefty Koenig, and all of a sudden he is in some trouble. Just giving up 2 hits so far. But right now, a leadoff double for Garcia, a walk to Smith, and now he's fallen behind Valera here, 2-0, and Bracamonte and Carranza looming here for Pittsburgh.
Big chance for the Diamonds. You don't have to get 6 runs, as we know. We just have to get 1 or 2, get things, just get off this 6-0 area.
And the pitch, big swing and a miss at the fastball, and the count goes 2-1.
Diamonds, one thing we have not even mentioned, which I think is really a big deal, is the Diamonds, with a win tonight, will get back to 500. And that is a big, just a plateau that's important in a season. They're 32-33 going into the game.
Pitch, swing, foul tip, and the count goes 2-2. You always like to win a lot more than you lose. Of course, with the playoff format, obviously you really want to get into one of those 4 spots so you have a chance to win the championship. But at the end of the day, when you look at your record, here's the pitch, swing. This one popped up foul. Like the old coach said, you are what your record says you are. I think that was Mike Ditka.
Mike Ditka said that? Well, it's not very intelligent, so I guess maybe Mike Ditka would have said it.
Well,
it wasn't Bill Walsh.
You are what your record says you are.
Yep.
At the end of the day, you can say this, that, and the other thing, but here's the pitch, and that one is muscled foul, right side, and the count stays at 2-2.
So let's look ahead. Let's do some crazy conjecture, thinking, processing. We got the playoffs as they are. They got 4 teams in the playoffs. 1 plays 4, 2 plays 3. The winners play on Sunday for the championship, which means you have a 2-game playoff if you're lucky. Who do the Diamonds want? The Diamonds have to you want to set this up going into it. They're going to make the playoffs. They may be in a battle for 3rd place or 4th place, and it could be an important battle to see whether they play San Rafael or Sonoma. So it could matter. But let's say you have the chance to set it up. Who do you have pitch in that first game? Brett Solano or Travis Blackley?
Wow. I mean, if, the whole thing is you always want to look at who's done well against who,
Right.
and which team has had more trouble against left-handed pitching. Swing and a foul. Back the count remains 2-2. There's a million of those splits you want to look at before you do it. And we don't have the option of looking at all those particular splits. I would always tend to look at it like, well, who has the hot hand? Who's pitching the best lately?
Right.
But you never know. And then it gets into that one of those things, Scott, that sometimes I think people look too much into is how well you've done against a particular team.
Right.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, and now Valera asks for time. And
this has been another Valera battle. But
off the top of my head, I can remember a couple of seasons where going into the Major League playoffs, a couple teams hook up, and I think it was the Dodgers and the Mets one year, and the Mets had taken 10 of 11. Dodgers beat them. Another year with the Dodgers and the Phillies, Dodgers had taken like 9 of 12 from the Phillies. The Phillies beat them. Here's a good Garcia going back in, but you obviously you have to do it right then.
Right.
That's the thing. But you got to have more confidence against a team that you've been beating on a regular basis.
Well, but the Giants have done this in the World Series when they had like a potential 7th game. Do you pitch today, or do you save your pitcher for the 7th game? I think you got to win today. You got to do your best now. He could not get the ball out of his hand.
Boy, double steal here for the Diamonds. And just like you said, Lindsay had the ball, tried to fire it, and just could not find the grip. So stolen bases here for Garcia and Valera, 2nd and 3rd with nobody out.
And Smith to second. Valera going to hit this ball over the fence.
Pardon me, right. Valera's at the plate. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball left side. That'll get a run home. Throw over to first is in time to get him. Boy, Moreno makes a nice play going into the 5-hole with Files crossing his path. Zach couldn't make the play. Let's take another look, but Moreno did.
And Jake Taylor gets his kudos for that big stretch to get the ball and to hold on to the ball. But Valera gets kudos. He broke the goose egg, and it's 6-1.
So the Diamonds get on the board with the 6-3 and the RBI for Rafael as Garcia scores.
And how much is that a credit to speed? Garcia makes it a double. He rides the ball to right center field he doesn't even stop. Then they have a double steal. He goes down to third, and he's in position to score on that ground ball.
Right, instead of Moreno getting that ball and then trying to beat the runner to third base. There's a pitch inside for a ball, 1 ball and 2 balls now and no strikes. Because that looked like the play that he probably would have made had the runners been at first and second.
Right.
A nice play by Moreno there, but the Diamonds, as you said, Scott, at least they're on the board. And now the count to Bracamonte goes 3 balls and no strikes. Last time for Gabe, he struck out and then stepped in front of the catcher, Lindsay. And Valera, who looked like he had stolen the base, ended up getting called out because of the interference. And that pitch in there for a strike. And the count goes 3-1. So the Diamonds on the board here. 1 run, 2 hits, an error so far for Pittsburgh. 6-5-0 for the Pacifics. Here is one punch in the air to center field. Randall going back. Now he comes in, makes the catch. No chance for Smith to tag and come over.
Yeah, I don't think Bracamonte, after he swung, wanted to have swung at that ball. He had 3-1 count. He could have taken it. It was not the pitch he wanted to hit, and he just flies out to center field.
So Bracamonte flies out to center field. And now here's Joel Carranza, picked up an infield hit, leading off the 2nd inning. And the Diamonds right now could certainly use a 2-out RBI base hit. The Pacific's got a big one from Kyle Yolanda in that last half inning when he went yard. First pitch is high for a ball, 1 ball and no strikes. And at least with the Diamonds hitting these home runs now, Scott, they certainly give you the feeling now, even if they get behind by a fairly big number as they are here this evening, swing and a miss at the count 1-1, that because they have that power, you kind of feel a little bit better about them overcoming the large deficit.
Well, I think also just because they have, they wake up with more confidence every day. As Aaron Miles was saying in the pregame show, they just every day you feel better. You know you can come back. You know you can do these things, and you just expect to do them almost.
Carranza waits, pitch, and that hops up there in the count. 2 balls and 1 strike to Joel. Joel trying to keep it alive. Ryan Lashley would be next. Toronto with that bat fluttering right in front and back. Yeah, this one popped up foul. Coming over there to get it into the Diamond bullpen and making the running catch is Jake Taylor to end the further threat. But the Diamonds do get on the board as Rafael Valera picks up an RBI with the ground out. And at the end of 3, it's San Rafael 6, Diamonds 1.
Nick's Sandwiches. Want to tailgate in City Park before the next Diamonds home game? Nick's Sandwiches is a great place to start. Everything you need for a big crew of hungry fans, or a tasty lunch on the Delta, or a quick grab of coffee and a bite to eat on the way to work. Nick's Sandwiches is in Old Town Pittsburgh on Railroad Avenue across from the marina. Eating at the Diamonds' favorite deli is as satisfying as a 3-run homer. Start your pregame warm-up at Nick's Sandwiches, 315 Railroad Avenue in Old Town.
In baseball, dedication, hard work, and some creative thinking can make a team a champion. At Winter Chevrolet, the same qualities can make you the champion. Pittsburgh's new and used Chevrolet dealer has the car that will make you feel like you just hit a home run. With a large selection to choose from, Winter Chevrolet is sure to have the car that fits your personality. And their amazing finance programs will allow you to slide into your new car safely. Winter Chevrolet, a proud sponsor of Diamonds Baseball, is off of Highway 4 in Pittsburgh. Winter has what you want.
All right, the Diamonds, as we go to the top of the 4th inning, they trail it by 5 to San Rafael. And for more play-by-play, here's Scott McDonald.
But 5 is an improvement. It was 6, now it's 5. And we have a lot of innings to go. We're only in the top of the 4th inning. Here comes Corey Dempster. He'll be followed by Javion Randall and Brent Gillespie. The first 3 scheduled batters for San Rafael as we start the 4th inning here. The last game of the year between the Pacifics and the Diamonds. And that is the second team the Diamonds will have completed the schedule with. They completed their games against the Admirals over the weekend. So Vallejo and San Rafael will be in the books after tonight. And the Diamonds are down tonight 6-1. Not where they want to be. That pitch is fouled away by Dempster. The count is 0-1. On the season, San Rafael has won 6 of 9. It's won 6 of... The Diamonds have won 6 of 15 games. They play each team 16 times. The record right now is 6-9 for the Diamonds. Here's a pitch to Dempster, swung on a miss, strike 2. So at home, the Diamonds have been 2-5 against the Pacifics, and on the road at San Rafael, the Diamonds are 4-4. Dempster steps back in. 0-2 count for McDonald, who is in his 4th inning of work. The pitch from Corey is swung on a line drive, base hit, left field.
Boy, barreled that one up nicely. Had that a top spin liner, so no chance for the left fielder Quitzer to get there. And just a good at bat there and a base hit.
So runner at first, nobody out. And here comes Javion Randall, who has doubled and walked. Came in hitting .419 and right now is hitting something above that.
Second in the association in RBIs as well.
High and inside for a ball. It's 1 ball and no strikes. McDonald has to be tasked with shutting the door here. You can't keep giving away runs now. You're down 6-1, and that has to be enough of that. But there's a runner at first and nobody out for Sanderfeld. And Randall pops this one up on the right side on the infield. And there is Lashley at first to make the catch. And that's out number 1. That'll bring up Brent Gillespie. And Brent Gillespie almost killed Corey McDonald the first time he was at bat. He just lined the ball right at McDonald's chest, who made the catch without even thinking about it. And that was his first at bat. His second at bat, he singled.
It was a scary moment for Corey McDonald, and really fortunate he was able to get the glove on the ball before the ball got him.
Here's a pitch from McDonald, and that's a strike. It's 0-1. We are in the top of the 4th inning. It is 6-1 in favor of Sanderfeld. 4 runs in the second, 2 runs in the third. The Diamonds got to run back in the bottom of the third, and here we are in inning number 4. 6 hits for Sanderfeld, 2 hits for the Diamonds. Here's a pitch. Swung and fouled away, and the count is 0-2 on Gillespie now, with Dempster on at first.
Yeah, Brent Gillespie and Jake Taylor, a couple of these guys that been with the team for quite a while, some mainstays with the club, very productive over the years. And Sanderfeld, just a team in my 4 years of being with the association, just always seem to win a lot more than they lose.
That pitch is high and outside for a ball, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Although they win. Last year, they were neither the defending champions or the second-half champions or involved in any championships. This year, they were ahead in the first half, but now they have fallen behind Sonoma again.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
There goes the runner. Pitches. Ball goes down to second, but it takes Valera off the bag, and he can't make the tag as Dempster slides in safely.
And Javier kind of had to do the little catcher two-step, has to get out from behind home plate to clear some room for himself. And then his throw is a bit offline, but a nice catch and swipe tag there. That looked closer. I think it actually looked initially.
2-2 count. Dempster back to the bag as McDonald steps off the rubber, and now everyone will get set again. That pitch is high for a ball. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Diamonds here tonight. Tomorrow they'll be home against Napa. They have a away game on Friday night. And then they'll be home Saturday and Sunday here at Winter Chevrolet Stadium. Sunday is Rotary Day. So come out and join us and celebrate the Rotarians and all the good things they've done for the community, including, here's the pitch, swung on, and this one is popped up towards center field. Garcia racing out there, but Smith says he's got it. He does, and that's out number 2.
Yeah, big out right there. Just that lazy fly ball, not able to move the runner along. And now Jake Taylor looks like it'll take a 2-out base hit to get that run across. And Diamonds will certainly love to see Corey put up a 0 after they themselves get on the board in the last half inning.
So Sunday, as we said, is Rotary Day, and that you come out here and celebrate all the things the Rotarians have done for the community and the Diamonds, and they have partnered with the Diamonds in ways like selling beer at the game here. So when you buy a beer at the game, you support local charities. How's that for a deal? Taylor pops this one up to right field. Over comes the right fielder, Canella, and he makes a one-handed catch in right field for out number 3. So there's a base hit and a base runner. But that's it for Sanderfeld here in the top of the 4th. We're going to the bottom of the 4th with the score. Sanderfeld 6 and Pittsburg 1.
If you've been there before, you know when your car breaks down on the freeway, you want quick, reliable service. You want All Counties Tow. With 20 years of experience, 7 locations in Northern California, and 50 trucks, All Counties Tow is the one to count on when you need roadside help. You can find them at allcotow.com or phone 925-709-0759 for fast, dependable service. Easy and painless. All Counties Tow.
Libraries are community centers, and truly the community comes and uses them. They're here for anybody who walks in the door. It's important for people to have a connection to their community because it makes you feel like you belong. Mechanics Bank really values their relationship. They actively reach out with an open hand to nonprofits. Mechanics Bank doesn't just show up and say that they're going to do something. They actually follow through. They're not just a partner in name. They're a partner in person. My name's Kristen Anderson. I'm the Executive Director of the Walnut Creek Library Foundation, and I'm a mechanic.
Oh, we got some new moves. We're not going to make it to the YMCA party, guys. I'm sorry. Good job, Bo Day.
Well, welcome back to the Diamonds versus the Pacifics on a Wednesday night in Pittsburg, California, where the San Rafaels have had the better of it so far. They lead 6-1. We're going to the bottom of the fourth. We're going to have Ryan Lashley, Chris Quitzer, and Stefan Javier up at the plate, the first three scheduled batters for the Diamonds. Here's the first pitch from Koenig, and it is a ball, 1 ball and no strikes. Koenig has kept the Diamonds down to 1 run. They have 2 hits and has largely had his way with the game, of course, given a big cushion by the offense of the Pacifics. This ball is hit to center field by Lashley, but back goes Javion Randall, and he makes the catch for out number 1. That'll bring up Chris Quitzer.
Number 16,
Quitzer came into the game hitting .340 with a home run and 12 runs batted in. Diamonds down 6-1. They need base runners. This pitch is ground ball right side, and it's going to be into right field. A base hit. Chris Quitzer answered that one right away with a base hit to right field, and he will be a base runner. That'll bring up Stephen Javier.
Hit it just hard enough to get it by the diving Yolande. And Yolande didn't know he was that quick, but every now and then he gets to a couple of balls that you don't think he's going to get to. And for a moment I thought he was going to be able to flag that one down, but Quitzer able to get it just hard enough. So he's able to reach first base, and now let's see if the Diamonds can string a few together here.
I didn't know that Yolande was that strong when he hit that ball over the trailer in left field. Ball gets behind the catcher here, but Quitzer is not advancing, and he will just step back on first base. That gave Lindsay a reason to go around in circles in that hysterical look for the ball that you do as a catcher. And Quitzer had long ago given up the idea of even trying for second. So
I think the Pacifics got a break there when the ball hit Ricardo Rodriguez on the foot.
Here's the next pitch. This is swung on, and this one has popped up. The Diamond's getting under the ball today and not behind it so much. Yolande behind second makes the catch, and that's out number 2. So Kaz Canella is the guy standing between the Diamonds and a productive inning right now because the Diamonds get a runner at first, but not much else has happened here. Quitzer's still on first base. Canella checks in. Right-handed batter. Left-hander Koenig. Bottom of the fourth, there's a pitch. It's a ball. 1 ball and no strikes.
Well, so far, Koenig's had his way here with the Diamonds. He's got a 5-run lead, giving up just 3 hits so far.
After today, the Diamonds will have 4 games left against the Stompers and 5 games left against both Martinez and Napa. Those are the only teams they have left to play. They're done with San Rafael. They're done with Vallejo after today. Pitches a slow ground ball right up the middle, picked up by the shortstop Moreno, and he flips it to Yolande, and that's out number 3. So the Diamonds get a base hit, but not much else. So we're going to the top of the 5th inning with the score. Pittsburgh 1 and San Rafael 6. Is there anything more fun than a ball bouncing off the outfield wall for a double? Well, if there is, it might be a double-double from In-N-Out. In-N-Out is an iconic burger restaurant for a reason. Quality is the most important ingredient at In-N-Out. They never freeze, pre-package, or microwave the food. Your burgers, fries, and a shake are waiting to be made on Delta Gateway Boulevard, just off Highway 4. In-N-Out, that's what a hamburger is all about.
The 90 feet between third base and home plate is some of the most important real estate in sports. That's why a coach is located there to help runners navigate the valuable turf. There is help for you, too, when you need to navigate real estate issues. Kroski Real Estate in Pittsburgh has been building strong communities since 1946. The family-owned and operated business is an expert on commercial property management, real estate sales, and residential property management. Kroski Real Estate is on Railroad Avenue in Old Town Pittsburgh. When you are making the turn for home, get the help you need from Kroski Real Estate.
Third base and home plate is some of the most important real estate in sports. That's why a coach is located there to help runners navigate the valuable turf.
Welcome back to Winter Chevrolet Stadium. Corey McDonald still on the mound for the Diamonds, down 6-1. As we go to the bottom of the fifth inning, it'll be Zach Files, Wes Wallace, and Mark Lindsay coming to bat for these here Pacifics. Let's go over this final 2.5 weeks of schedule for the Diamonds. You can make your plans to join us here at Winter Chevrolet Stadium because there are not many opportunities. There are going to be 7 games at home after this, and the Diamonds will play 7 games on the road, so that's a nice even number. But they're at home against Napa 3 of the next 4 days, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. They play at Sonoma on Friday, and then they'll finish against the Stompers at home on the next Tuesday and Wednesday. Then they play 6 of their last 8 games on the road at Napa, at Martinez, and 1 game in Sonoma. McDonald on the mound here to face Zach Files, and the first pitch is a strike, and it's 0-1. Diamonds down 6-1, trying to win tonight's game and climb back to 500. They have accomplished so much else that they set out to do recently. This pitch is low for a ball, and it is a 1-1 count. That one of the things their overall goal was to be the champions of August, to be the best team of August, have the best record in the league in August, and to go into the playoffs with all of that momentum. Right now, they are the best team in the league in August. There's nobody else has their record. 8-2 over the last 10 games. This pitch is lifted up foul in foul territory. Bracamonte on the hunt, and he can't get there. So that'll be a long strike. It's 1-2.
Boy, Bracamonte and Valera both giving it their all, just not able to catch up to that one. It's stadium play. It didn't go into the bullpen for San Rafael, but just too long of a run for the Diamond third baseman and shorts it out.
And then the Diamonds' other goal, to get to third place. Vallejo has been ahead of them in the standings, and the Diamonds caught them last week. They moved ahead of them again last night by a game. They're all alone in third place, and that will be important as the playoffs take place based upon what happens with the top 2 positions in the league, and that, of course, is yet to be decided. There's a pitch to McDonald, and that goes back to the backstop, and it counts 1-2. The 2-2. There are, the Diamonds, Aaron has said quite clearly that he considers the best opportunity for them is to play San Rafael in the playoffs, not Sonoma. She says Sonoma has the best home field advantage in the league by far. He says you do not want to play at Sonoma. You're going to have to play at one of the 2 places. Game. So you have to play at Sonoma or at San Rafael. Here's the pitch. And half swing, and goes for the ball, and he says no, he did not swing, so the count will be 3-2.
Yeah, he mentioned that to me the last time we talked. He's just like those shadows, the guys that play there a lot, the home team, has a big home field advantage.
So he does not want to play at Sonoma. He'd like to play at San Rafael. That pitch is ball 4, and Files will get a walk. But that's unclear. We don't know what position Sonoma will be in or San Rafael. Right now, San Rafael is behind the Stompers. I want to get this by 2 games. So if if it was today, the number 3 team would play at San Rafael, and the number 4 team would play. Here, this is Wes Wallace. There's a familiar face on your television screen. This pitch to Wallace is fouled back. So if everything happened if it ended just as it is today, the Diamonds would play at San Rafael, and Vallejo would play at Sonoma on Saturday, and the winners would play on Sunday. The best thing about finishing third is that this is a slight possibility, but it is a possibility, which is high for a ball to Wallace. It's 1-1. Is should the number 3 and number 4 teams win on Saturday, the number 3 team would host the championship game. So they'd get to be the home team. That's the one outside of playing the team.
Could happen.
Could happen.
It just, I mean, these are just one-game eliminations. I mean, these
Right.
are like you have a lot of time, Scott. With one team that's been a lot better than the other team all season. Not a lot of time to sort of show those advantages.
This pitch to Wallace is fouled back, and the count is 1-2.
And people have long said, you know, when you don't have, or even when you have this short, 5 or 7 game series, you might have a team that's a lot better than the other team, but
Jose Garcia taking it in. Go ahead.
you play just a handful of games, and it's not like you have all this time to really show necessarily that you have so much better of a team. Like you play a lot of games,
Right.
and those things are
Well,
going to
and
show up.
it's baseball, and it seems like you're playing 80-game season to determine these playoff spots. This pitch to Wallace, it popped up. It's in foul ground left side. There is Javier. He says he's got it, and he cannot make the catch. Bracamonte down from third. I'm not sure that, it seems like that was an easier catch for the third baseman than the catcher, but Javier called it, did not make the catch. Still alive at the plate is Wes Wallace with a count of 1-2.
The third baseman coming in, usually that would be a much easier play coming in from third than going out from behind the mound. But somebody should have caught it.
Yes, it was catchable. And that did not happen. So now we'll see what happens with Wallace up here with a 1-2 count. Nobody out and a runner on at first base. McDonald to the plate high, and it hits Wallace. Wallace hit for the second time today. And he will go to first base. Wallace has been on 3 times. He's walked and been hit by a pitch twice.
It's a Corey.
I don't know what's going on with Don Andre Clark. Of course, he would be like Don Andre Clark, who's Mr. Motion Man. He's like racing out there to pick up he's not in the lineup, so he's playing Bat Boy or whatever. He's running out there. Man.
He's in motion more than Bodie Brown.
Yeah, there would be the dancing contest. Well, now the Diamonds are in a fiddle. They've got runners at first and second, nobody out. And at the plate, Mark Lindsay. And the pitch to Lindsay is swung on and lifted to the right side. Racing over there is Jose Garcia, still on the run, and he is not going to get there. The ball will be out of play. There's Jose on his way back to second base, but didn't get a chance on that one.
So you're talking about these playoff formats, and they talk about Major League Baseball, where it seems like every time I hear somebody talk about the wild card game, they all want to get rid of it. And I think to myself, one and done is exciting. It
is very exciting. A ground ball up the middle. That's into center field. That's a base hit. Rounding third is Files, and he will come in to score. And it is 7-1, San Rafael.
You talked about the walks and the hit by pitch, Scott, and all that. And again, the hit by pitch, the walks, they just keep scoring.
Yeah.
You give up a free one, and just chances are they're going to score, and they do again.
So this has not been one of the pitching performances that we have talked about that have been so strong for the Diamonds. They're down 7-1 now as we are in the top of the 5th inning. And another run has scored for San Rafael. Here comes Kyle Yolande, the number 9 hitter, who is having himself quite a night. He's got a single and a home run and a long-distance home run at that. Pitches a strike. It's 0-1.
Yeah, that was a 2-out, 2-run home run back in the third that made it 6-0. And then, of course, you had that RBI base hit. That was in the second. And all those involved walks and hit by pitch.
That pitch. Count now 1-1 to Yolande. McDonald looks at Wallace back at second base. Swing and a miss. You think someday the pitcher will look back there and see Wallace would do a double take like, what? What's Wallace doing back there? There he is. Traded 2 weeks ago to the Pacifics. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that will do it for Mr. Yolande, and that's out number 1.
Yeah, big out right there. And picked up strikeout number 3 for Corey McDonald. Got 1 in the second, 1 in the third, and now 1 here in the 5th.
Rando Moreno steps up. We don't have the antagonism between the catcher and the batter that we had last night between the Giants catcher and Yasiel Puig. Led to a benches clearing brawl. Not a brawl, really, a baseball brawl. A little shoving going on, but other than that. But I was not aware that it was such a point of contention when a batter would flip his bat and be angry at himself for not hitting the ball. I don't know.
I don't see why the pitcher's mad at that.
Yeah, I don't know either. And apparently the catcher says something like, "Just get in the batter's box. Stop here. Stop showboating." But I mean, who's showboating? He's just expressing his own frustration. I don't know, but it's a point of contention that it became a benches emptying brawl this night.
And when you're playing the way the Dodgers are playing, it doesn't take much to irritate you.
Anything to get your mind off it.
Yeah.
They've lost 4 games in the 9th inning in a row.
Well,
that'll
ever
get you.
since their closer got hurt, they can't close games. And that's just got to kill you. They lost 3 out of 4 in Colorado that way.
This pitch to Moreno is hit high to right field. Over comes Canella, and he pitches caught in center field by Smith, and he throws the ball back into the infield. No one particularly wants to catch it, but Wallace will go to third. So there's a runners at first and third now as Wallace goes up 90 feet on Moreno's fly ball, and now Corey Dempster will come to the plate. Mr. Dempster from the University of Southern California, which we have heard about.
I've heard it.
On one or 150 occasions.
And you'll hear a lot more about it with football season. As football season has gotten underway.
I was catching up on it last night on your internet. You know, it allows you to go in and you get lost in something like that. You start catching on this thing, all the little intricacies of this, that, and the other thing. Anyway. Football is almost here. Pitches fouled away. 0-1. But there's a lot to be decided baseball-wise, including the championship of this league. And we are right in the thick of that. And you've avoided the question. You have not declared who's your starting pitcher on Saturday in the playoffs.
Well, we got a ways to go, and I want to see. My main thing is, who's got the rest.
Pitches a strike.
And who's pitching well? That's what I really want to see.
No balls, 2 strikes here against Corey Dempster with 2 outs. Runners at first and third for San Rafael. It is 7-1 in favor of the Pacifics. They have taken it to the Diamonds today, and the Diamonds just have not taken it back. Here's a pitch fouled back right at Paula. And that was right at Paula. And, it's not right. It's not right at us. So I guess we have to give her a break.
But you ask who do I think? If I had to pick one right now. Every time I see Travis Blackley pitch, he just pitches well. So I certainly would have that confidence in him. But Diamonds certainly have other choices.
There's a pitch. It's high. Well, Brett Solano, I think there are 2 choices: Solano or Blackley. I don't think there's another pitcher that has pitched as well. Now they could. You're right. The next 2, someone might emerge in the next 2 weeks and put up some incredible numbers. 1-2 count. The 1-2 pitch outside for ball 2. It's 2-2 now to Dempster.
But you go with that hot hand, Scott. Like sometimes the trade deadline, and you pick up a guy, and this guy's really great, and you can get him on your team because he's been so good. And
not so. Yeah, there's always that.
Doesn't work out.
2-2 pitch from McDonald is swung and popped up foul, and the count stays at 2-2.
But it's just hard to have confidence in a guy who hasn't been going well unless he's one of those kind of veterans who, you say, okay, he was in a different circumstance. The team wasn't winning. They were way out of first place. He's that good. He'll turn it around when he needs to. But
that still seems a little iffy to me.
Very.
There's a pitch swung on. He reaches out and hits this one high down the right field line. Garcia racing over into the can't get it. Runs into the fence. Doesn't get a break from Paula. Paula saying he should have had it.
I remember several years ago, I want to say it was the Giants' first World Series championship. They were playing in, I think they had to play the wild card game, if I'm not mistaken. And Barry Zito, who was not a particularly good signing for them, was not having a very good year. He ends up pitching in one of those very important games and does exceptionally well.
It was their second World Series where Zito and Lincecum both were in the bullpen and played outstanding. And the bullpen came through, and then because they played so well, they got starts. It was it's a heartwarming World Series San Francisco Giants story. Don't get me started. Okay, 2-2 count. 2 outs. The pitch is low. It's ball 3. It's full count now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Wes Wallace is at third base. On at first base is Mark Lindsay. The Diamonds are down by 6 runs. We are in the top of the 5th inning, and San Rafael's already scored 1, and they are looking for more here. 2 outs. Corey McDonald with the 3-2 pitch. Swung on and hit high and deep to center field. Smith on back on his horse to the warning track. He makes the catch. Brad Smith, speedy Brad Smith, catching up with that ball and making the catch for out number 3, but not before a run scores here in the top of the 5th inning for San Rafael. We're going to the bottom of the 5th with the score, San Rafael 7 and the Diamonds 1. All right, Diamonds. Time to pull it together right now.
Check out the Diamonds tomorrow night when they take on the Napa Silverados. 6 o'clock. Saturday they take on the
Nick's Sandwiches. Want to tailgate in City Park before the next Diamonds home game? Nick's Sandwiches is a great place to start. Everything you need for a big crew of hungry fans, or a tasty lunch on the Delta, or a quick grab of coffee and a bite to eat on the way to work. Nick's Sandwiches is in Old Town Pittsburgh on Railroad Avenue across from the marina. Eating at the Diamonds' favorite deli is as satisfying as a 3-run homer. Start your pregame warm-up at Nick's Sandwiches, 315 Railroad Avenue in Old Town. One example of teamwork is a smoothly executed double play memorialized in the famous baseball poem, Tinkers to Evers to Chance. Another example of great teamwork is the Pittsburgh Chamber of Commerce. MyPittsburghChamber.org brings together the many and varied businesses that make up the local economy and forges them into a community force that is focused on economic development, advocacy, partnerships, and workforce development. The Pittsburgh Chamber is making a difference. Even if your business doesn't leave you the time to get personally involved, your membership contribution will advance the cause. Visit mypittsburghchamber.org today.
Here we go for the bottom of inning number 5, where the Diamonds are down 7-1 and taking anything to turn this game around. It has that, with 7-1, it has that sense of inevitability at this point that, the team with 7 is going to win. That's not, and I guess probably in most instances, they have that a lot. Like on when you look at the game cast or something online, they have the probability that the team of 7 is going to win, but it's never 100%.
Never
100%, because there are times when the team with 1 comes back to win, and that's what Jose Garcia is looking to get started right here. Mr. Garcia, we've seen him run those wind sprints, trying to get those foul balls. Couldn't get it. We saw him run the wind sprints to turn his base hit into a double. And that's the left side base hit left field. Garcia is now 2 for 2 and leads off here in the 5th with a single. He could not turn that into a double, but he got a single.
Files diving over there at third base to his left, trying to get that, but just hit too hard in the 5-hole, and the third baseman not able to make the play. And 2 hits in a row here for Garcia. Good night for him.
Yeah, he's been frustrated, I know, by his lack of hitting, and now he has come back. Here comes Brett Smith, and Brett Smith every once in a while gets to look like a light there in that on television. Here's a pitch. He swings and grounds this ball right through the legs of Yolande, and it goes into right center field. And who doesn't stop? Garcia. He's on his way to third. Standing at third. Runners at the corners. Nobody out.
Boy, you talk about an E4. Well, that should have been the 4-6-3 double play. And boy, Kyle Yolande he's making the flip before he actually has it in his glove. And that costs the Pacifics a double play, and now the Diamonds have a great chance to climb back into this one.
The Diamonds certainly have handed the Pacifics enough in this game on a silver platter, so they get one back there. Runners at the corners, and here comes the birthday boy with nobody out. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning, 7-1 in favor of San Rafael.
This is one of those situations, Scott, where
that pitch from Koenig is a strike. It's 0-1.
Where the Pacifics have just slightly opened the door, and can the Diamonds just open it wide open here?
Right, you're exactly right. It's a chance to, they give you just a hint of an opportunity, and you need to take full advantage. That pitch is fouled back, and quickly it's 0-2 on Rafael Valera.
Curveball, fastball, quickly 0-2. A couple of quality pitches coming there from Jared Koenig. Of course, that last fastball looked like Valera not fooled by that one. He just did miss it.
Jose Garcia on at third. At first base is Brett Smith. The Diamonds with nobody out. The throw to first. Smith is back in easily. That was not his tough, fast move. That was a very slow move to first base. Diamonds have a lot of speed on the base pass right now. Valera at the plate as well. Oh, 0-2 pitch. Swanham fouled back.
Way to hustle, Bodacious. Try not to smile. No smiling. No smiling. I want to see you grimace. Let's see you look tough. Use that big rock.
0-2 count. Koenig looks at first. Comes to the plate. A big curveball that does not hit the strike zone, and it's 1-2.
Boy, that one started out really looking like he was going to be very high in the zone. Scott broke down nicely, and very fortunate for the Diamonds it missed, because from where I'm sitting, that one didn't look like it missed by much.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count here. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on ground ball to the left side towards the shortstop. Moreno has it. He goes to second for 1. On to first. Double play. Garcia will score, but you don't get a big rally out of that. Double play to drive in a run. And the Diamonds have made it 7-2, but there's nobody on and 2 down. And here comes Gabriel Bracamonte.
Now, after the error by Yolande and the Diamonds had them cornered with just 1 out, that's exactly what the Pacifics were hoping for, and they'll gladly give up that run for the 2 outs.
Yep.
Of course, no RBI for Valera.
Pitch to Bracamonte is low for a ball, and it's 1-0. 7-2 is the score now, so they did at least get a run, but there's... And this is the 5th inning. They have to score more than 1 run an inning, because that won't do it. Next pitch, high for a ball. 3 balls and no strikes to Bracamonte. On deck, if this inning stays alive, is Joel Carranza.
Diamonds could really use one of those power surges here.
That's a strike, and it's 3-1.
Kind of a bloop and a blast kind of thing, or bloop and a walk and a blast. Something like that would be even better.
A bloop, a walk, has batsman and a blast. Ball 4.
There's a walk.
There's the walk part. That's right. Runner at first, 2 down. Joel Carranza steps up here. Carranza, a single in the 2nd inning. And then he fouled out to the first baseman his last time up. Came in hitting .288 as we've watched his average climb and climb. He has 7 home runs. We're like wondering how in the world did that happen, because he came out of nowhere. Forever he seemed like he had 1 or 2 home runs.
Right.
But he swung on a miss for a strike, and it is 0-1. But as Carranza goes, so do the Diamonds apparently, and his surge has coincided with the Diamond surge. 7-2. The Diamonds are down now in the bottom of the 5th inning. Runner at first. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and Carranza hits this one foul. Out of play. No balls and 2 strikes.
One thing about this game, the pace, because you had some of the long at-bats in this game,
right,
going a lot of pitches, and you've had a number of runs scored. it still seems like, well, we got a long way to go. We're still just in the middle of this game.
Right. 0-2 pitch. That's high and outside for a ball. It's 1-2. The wind is blowing strongly to left field. Where we are, not even a breath of wind. Out there, the flag is blowing like crazy. You can see. Look at that. Pitch. He bounces out of the way of that one, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Carranza. Ready to go. 2-2 count. The 2-2 pitch inside, ball 3. Carranza gets out of the way of that one.
And a nice, easy take that time, too. That ball was way too far inside for Joel to offer at. So he gets to 3-2 almost for free there. Now the runner will get a jump.
Bracamonte on the go. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's the end of the 5th inning for the Diamonds as Carranza strikes out. So we're going to go to the 6th inning here. The Diamonds get a run, but they could have had more if they had not hit into a double play and struck out. We'll go to the 6th inning with the score. Pittsburg 2 and San Rafael 7.
Hampton by Hilton. Road trips can be grueling, which is why baseball teams are happy to split their road games. But there's one way to guarantee a win on the road. That's by staying at Hampton Inn by Hilton. Fresh, up-to-date accommodations include a hearty cooked breakfast to get you off to a good start on the day. Known for low-end prices and high-end service, a stay at Hampton Inn by Hilton means you can earn points in the valuable Hilton Honors Program. You can find a Hampton Inn by Hilton in Pittsburg and Brentwood. Are you looking for a community-based establishment that will provide a fun and exciting environment for your family? Certainly Diamonds Baseball is one, and no doubt Lumpy's Diner is another. Before or after the game, eating at Lumpy's Diner or Lumpy's Diner Express can make for a great doubleheader. And if you want to win a road game, LD's Catering will make your event a hit no matter the location. Lumpy's Diner is a homegrown sensation, world famous since 2008. Bring your family to ours.
A new inning and a new pitcher for the Diamonds here as we go to the top of the 6th inning. Kyle Chavez will take over for Corey McDonald, who went 5 innings and gave up 7 runs on 7 hits. And when you get 7 runs and you only have 7 hits, you've had help. And they did have help from Corey McDonald, giving away bases on balls, from Corey McDonald hitting people, from a couple. They only have 1 diamond error up there. I thought I had a couple of them. But anyway, the Diamonds not playing great in the field. And so Kyle Chavez will come in here and take over things here in the 6th inning. He's making his 5th appearance on the season. He has 5 2/3 innings pitched so far. He has given up no walks. He has 3 strikeouts. And he has an ERA of 4.77. He will be greeted by the best hitter in the Pacific Association, Javion Randall. Hello, and welcome to the game. And then Brent Gillespie and Jake Taylor.
You talk about the freebies, and between the walks and hit by pitch from McDonald, 5 altogether.
Foul ball right side, and it's going to be picked up by the first baseman. Lastly, who throws to Chavez, who drops the ball. Did he make the play? Did he make the play? He's out, yes.
Good call there by Danny Speck at first base. It looked like he was making that exchange to throw the ball around in the infield when the ball came out as we take another look. So Chavez's first batter, they're going to get the out. Nice plays coming over there, and he clearly
he had that.
Was trying to make the exchange to throw it around.
So that is a good call and a good play and a good person to get. Your first out of the game, the guy hitting .419 on the season. Here's Gillespie stepping in here with 1 down, nobody on, fouls this one back. It's 0-1.
Chavez coming with that sidearm to you and just kind of slingshots the ball up there.
How about that cool Pittsburgh Diamonds logo in the lower left-hand part of the screen that does a little, it turns around in circles like that? How about that?
Neat graphics. Love good graphics.
Well, it's good. As long as I'm sober. If I was drunk, I'd be confused. What's going on? Is that the screen or is it me? No balls on 1 strike. Here's a pitch. swung on, and this ball is hammered to right center field, and it's going to go between him, and it's going to go all the way to the wall. Smith back there to pick it up. His throw's going to come into second. Gillespie's going to try to make it into there, and he does, standing with a double.
Boy, Ryan just ripped that one clearly into the gap into the right center on a line, and then easily makes second base standing up. So now how big does the 3-1 putout of Javion Randall look right now?
That's for sure. And here is Jake Taylor stepping up to the plate. He has flown out twice, grounded out back to Corey McDonald when he was on the mound once, 0 for 3. Chavez looks back at second, comes to the plate. Chavez, that sidearm delivery. That pitch is a strike. It's 0-1. It's off-putting when you first face it. That sidearm delivery, and then you can get used to it. But Chavez probably not going to face more than one round of batters here. Pitch is outside for a ball here. It's 1 ball and 1 strike.
Joe's always looked like it would be tough when you're a right-handed batter facing a right-handed pitcher, and he's giving you that sidearm the way sometimes the ball's almost crossing your body before it comes into the strike zone.
This pitch is bounded right back up the middle. That did not cross up Taylor. He smacks it to center for a base hit. Gillespie's going to try to score. The throw comes to the plate. He's safe. That was right in front of us. The ball came right to Javier. He took it on a bounce. He tagged the runner. Javier is saying, no, that's not true. Here comes the replay. Here comes a throw from Smith, and it is at the ball. It's a little late on that one to see, but it does look like he scored. Yeah, he was in. He was in. So the run scores. It's 8-1 now in favor of San Rafael as Jake Taylor gets an RBI single.
What I like about it, too, is that the fans always have such a perfect look at it.
Well, yeah, perfect look through your orange and black glasses, which I'm wearing at the moment. Zach Files is up here. He singled to lead off the last inning. Here's a pitch. It's outside and high for a ball. Before that, he walked and grounded out. So 8-2 is the score. I'm sorry, I think I said 8-1. It's 8-2 in favor of San Rafael. Here in the top of the sixth, that pitch is outside for a ball, and now it's 2-0 to Files. There's just one out here with Taylor on at first. A run in. Left-handed batter against a right-handed side-arming Chavez. This pitch is fouled away.
Well, the Pacifics just seem determined now that they're going to keep the Diamonds at an arm's length. The Diamonds trying to chip away at this lead here, Scott, but well, then when the Pacifics come up, they do some chipping of their own.
Yeah, that's no one's going to complain when the other team gets a run. You get to run right back. It's just you keep that margin where it is. 6 runs is a big margin. We're in the top of the sixth. The pitch just by Chavez is a ball. I don't know where that one missed. 3-1 count. Javier is going to go have a talk with his relief pitcher. Take that, he says. Now we're getting set to go. Javier got all his equipment back together. His Files steps back in here, left-handed batter. Facing Chavez with a runner at first. Jake Taylor just drove in the 8th run of the game for San Rafael. This pitch is swung on and fouled back. And the count is 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Files looked like he fouled that one off his foot or something, but no grimace or any show of injury at all. But I thought that one caught him on the ankle or maybe the foot. And usually those ones hurt a lot.
3-2 count. The 3-2 pitch is swung bound to right side. Base hit right field. Taylor is on his way to second and will stop there. He will go actually 1 foot beyond the bag. That was not someone threatening to take third. He went to second and took 1 foot past it. Runners at first and second now.
Jaco's almost looked like he was tiptoeing that time, and I thought, a faster runner obviously would have been much more aggressive, seeing that the ball was going through, and then that grass kind of eats it up, making the outfielder having to come even further before he can get the ball. But seeing eye base hit, and the Pacific's play station to station.
Wes Wallace up here now, and he lifts this one high and deep to left field. Back goes, into foul ground and over the fence.
Home run distance.
But foul.
Wes Wallace put a charge into that one, and that one didn't look like it was going to go out, going to get out of here. And then Quinter over there and left just kept running, going parallel along the fence, and that one still carried out of here.
That was headed the direction of the wind. I don't know if that gave it a little help, especially the way Wallace hits them so high. They get a chance to be up in that wind, but it was carried out of this ballpark. This pitch is fouled off, and the count is 0-2. Diamonds and Pacifics in their final matchup of the regular season. They are right each other. Let's look at we had the scoreboard up there for just a second. If we get it back up there, we could take a look-see. Sorry if I ignored it. If I was up there 5 minutes, I ignored it. But anyway, here's the pitch. Wallace does not bite, takes a ball, 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Diamonds and the Pacifics are headed right now. They'd be headed towards a first-round matchup in the playoffs. Pitch from Chavez. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Boy, that was a beautiful pitch there. Breaking ball going away from Wes Wallace, and with 2 strikes, I don't know way off that one.
So that is out number 2 here in the top of the 6th inning. It is 8-2 in favor of the Pacifics. We also have access to the scoreboard, so we're just going to look at it ourselves. Napa are tied at 9 in the top of the 5th inning. Sonoma is beating Vallejo 10-0 in the bottom of the 4th.
And we talked about the Admiral ship taking on water. And it looked like, that would be 7 in a row if they're not able to come back from that one. You talk about a big hole. 10-0 would qualify as a big hole. Sonoma really putting it on the Admirals right now.
Diamonds a game ahead of Vallejo in 3rd place. Of course, Napa trying to involve themselves in that battle for 4th place. Every day that goes by, it becomes more difficult for Napa. It's a tough battle. It's a tough thing to do to get back into. As time goes by, just time is your enemy. Right now, we're in the 55th game. This is the 56th game. This pitch is swung on and fouled away. There are 14 games left. Am I right about this? I think I don't have enough games. No, this is the 65th game. There we go. Now I'm right. Now, see, this is the 66th game. So we have 14 games left after today. If you're 4 or 5 games behind like Napa, it gets really tough because if the other team goes 7-7, right, you have to go 11-3.
I love that, though. It's one of my. If we just go 500, they have to go. But then all of a sudden, sometimes you find out how hard it is just to go 500.
The Diamonds are trying to get to 500 tonight. 1 win, and they could be at 500. The pitch is ground ball left side, and it's going to be at Valera. He makes the pickup, but he can't go to 3rd. There's no one there. He throws to 1st, and it's not in time. No, it is in time. Out number 3. It bounces up there, and the catch was made by Lashley. And I didn't think it was going to be in time, but I didn't make the call. The umpire did, and that's it. Out number 3 here in the top of the 6th inning. So the Diamonds hold it to 1 run, but we're going to the bottom of the 6th. The score, San Rafael 8 and the Diamonds 2.
All right, Bodie. Make sure you stay over here to the side so you can hit, okay? You ready?
One example of teamwork is a smoothly executed double play memorialized in the famous baseball poem, Tinkers to Evers to Chance. Another example of great teamwork is the Pittsburg Chamber of Commerce. MyPittsburghChamber.org brings together the many and varied businesses that make up the local economy and forges them into a community force that is focused on economic development, advocacy, partnerships, and workforce development. The Pittsburgh Chamber is making a difference. Even if your business doesn't leave you the time to get personally involved, your membership contribution will advance the cause. Visit mypittsburghchamber.org today. Red's Barbershop. You know when it's time for a haircut, but you aren't really thrilled with the trim you've been getting? You'd like to find a new hair cutter, but it seems like a big hassle with too many choices and not enough information. We're giving you the take sign, as in take down this information. Call Red's Barbershop and make an appointment. Red has the skills and experience with all types of hair. He is great with the latest styles and still knows how to make you shine with more traditional haircuts. Call 925-382-1399 and make an appointment. That's 925-382-1399. Red's Barbershop is at 190 East 7th Street, just off Railroad Avenue in Old Town. Give Red a call today, 925-382-1399.
Hey, sexy lady, government style. I didn't even know what else I could say about it. We're going to have a new pitcher for San Rafael. Okay. Trevor Lubking is the new pitcher. And he's going to come into the game with the Diamonds ahead 8-2. Koenig having gone 5 innings and giving up only 2 runs and leaving with an 8-2 lead. Lubking is going to come in here after making his 11th appearance on the year. He has 15 1/3 innings pitched. He's given up 15 walks, has 20 strikeouts, 1 victory, no losses, no saves. His ERA, though, is a remarkable 1.76. 5 runs he's given up in his 15 1/3 innings, but only 3 were earned. And now Jamil's going to come in and bat for Ryan Lashley, I guess.
Yeah, Jamil started at second base yesterday.
So this is his second game, and his first pitch to him here is a strike, and it's 0-1.
The young man out of Pakistan. At that time with the Pakistani under-17 national team.
He did not get a hit yesterday. He struck out once. He's now up here for his 3rd at bat, and it is 0-2 is the count. And it's an interesting, I think 30 years from now, when they're looking back at the Pakistani dynasty in baseball. Jamil's name, you just put the baseball reference actually the first time, which is the encyclopedia of baseball. He, they'll go back and they'll say, this is the guy who started it all. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and he's out number 1. Flew here from Pakistan. He's going to get a hit. He's going to get a hit at some point, and that's going to be a big deal.
And with just the way these leagues are expanding, you think very soon we're going to see an NFL team in Mexico City. I've been hearing about it for a long time.
And London.
You're talking about London as well, and the NBA is going to expand into Europe.
Yeah.
The Europeans love basketball.
Or China.
You never know.
You never know. It's just the world's a big place. The problem is, how do you play? I mean, it's going to have to take on a different dimension. I mean, you can't be playing games in London this weekend. Oh, this pitch by Quitzer. It's hit the deep center field. Back goes Randall. He's on his horse. Back to the warning track. He won't get it. Around first. Is on his way to second base is Chris Quitzer with a double.
Boy, a ringing double for Quitzer, because that was just launched over the head of Randall, who's got good speed, and he could not make the catch. So Quitz is loving that. A ringing one-out double here. The Diamonds some more chances to at least chip away at this, but obviously what they're looking for is to string together some serious hits and put up an ugly, crooked number.
8-2, the score in favor of San Rafael here in the bottom of the 6th inning. There's 1 out. On his second base is Chris Quitzer. Lubking, the new pitcher in for San Rafael. The pitch here is outside for a ball to Stephen Javier, 1-0 count. On deck, Kaz Canella.
Just kind of interesting, though. Because Coney, 5 innings, 2 runs, 4 hits. Kind of wondering why a guy who's made 13 starts and 78 innings on the year coming in only goes the 5 innings.
Here's a pitch. It's a strike. It's 1-1. Yeah, he didn't seem to be hurt or injured or anything like that, and it doesn't seem to make any sense the way he was going with this big cushion. You'd think you'd want to get another inning out of him at least or something, but
just get the 5 innings to qualify for a win.
Love King looks back at second, and here's the pitch to Javier. It's high, 2-1.
Yeah, it's always one of those times you'll second guess a manager or a head coach as to why you took out a guy when you did.
Lights in effect here. The pitch to Javier swung on a miss. It's a strike. It's 2-2. All of a sudden, the days got shorter. I mean, all of a sudden, boom, that seemed to have it this week. It's a significantly shorter day. I don't know why that is.
The temperature seems to reflect that Labor Day's coming up.
2-2 pitches inside. It gets away. Down to third base goes Quitzer, and he's going to stay there as he watches Lindsay go back and get the baseball.
Although, Scott, I seem to remember when we were younger, so many years ago, but the start of the football season, when school first started, was usually the hottest time of the year.
Well,
Didn't we used to call that the Indian summer?
Indian summer is September and October, which is the hottest in the city in San Francisco. Over here, it's just continually hot. Foul ball to the second baseman. In to score is Quitzer, and isn't that the story of the day for the Diamonds? And that means that they get an out as the run scores, but that's not how you get a big rally. You don't get a big rally by having an out every time you score. You get a big rally by getting a base hit. And the Diamonds have now scored their third base hit, and it's the third time that the run has scored as the Pacifics were recording an out. Nobody on, and 2 down now.
That's okay if you're in a game when your starter gives you the quality start, but that just didn't happen with McDonald here tonight.
This pitch is a ball. It's 1 ball and no strike to Kaz Canella up here. He's 0 for 2 on the night, and it'll be up to him to get things started again if something's going to get going for the Diamonds beyond this run. There's a pitch to Canella, and fouls it off, and it's 1-1. Well, I'm completely screwed up now. I live in Antioch near Deer Valley High School. And as I leave to come here for, go eat lunch maybe before the game or something, the kids are all getting out of school already. High school has started. It's August 15th, for crying out loud. What are they doing?
Starting earlier and earlier every year.
That pitch is lifted to center field. Randall able to come in and make the catch for out number 3. So the Diamonds are done here in the 6th. They do get a run. We'll be back for inning number 7 with the score: San Rafael 8 and Pittsburgh 3. In baseball, dedication, hard work, and some creative thinking can make a team a champion. At Winter Chevrolet, the same qualities can make you the champion. Pittsburgh's new and used Chevrolet dealer has the car that will make you feel like you just hit a home run. With a large selection to choose from, Winter Chevrolet is sure to have the car that fits your personality, and their amazing finance programs will allow you to slide into your new car safely. Winter Chevrolet, a proud sponsor of Diamonds Baseball, is off of Highway 4 in Pittsburgh. Winter has what you want. Oh, sure, you'll ask for advice if you want some, but usually you know exactly how you want your business publications and handouts to look. That's where Paper Tiger Ready Print comes in. It is their mission to help you achieve your business goals, and that starts by listening to what you want and making it happen. At Paper Tiger Ready Print, they believe there is no greater satisfaction than delivering a finished product that helps a client reach their goals and objectives. Give them a try. You won't be disappointed. Paper Tiger Ready Print at 182 East Leland Road in Pittsburgh or ReadyPrint.com. We are here with changes on the Diamonds defense. Garcia is now at third base. this is quite a shakeup of the infield for the Diamonds. Garcia is at third base. Rafael Valera at shortstop. At second base is Jamil, who we just saw come in as a pinch hitter, and Morgan Blatnick has come in to play first base. So the Diamonds' defense is considerably changed here with Chavez still on the mound, and also changed as our announcer. Bringing right in here is Tony Schultz.
Okay, Scotty, thank you very much. Getting late now. Diamonds have the lead down to 5. This pitch inside by Kyle Chavez. And the count 1-0 to mark to Kyle Yolande, who's had himself a big night. RBI base hit, 2-run home run, and a strikeout. He's 2 for 3. Next pitch, fastball stays high, and the count goes 2 balls and no strikes. Well, we've been telling you during the spring that the Diamonds have been getting such good starting pitching. That continued last night with Blackley. Did not, however, swung on and missed there. Nice looking pitch from Chavez. Did not continue tonight, however, with Corey McDonald. His final line looks like this: 5 innings, 7 runs on 7 hits. And the 2-1 swing and a miss, and the count 2-2. Couple of changes of pace that time from Chavez to Yolande. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here it is. Swung on and missed. Same thing 3 times in a row. And Kyle Yolande strikes out for out number 1 here in the 7th. But the Diamonds have been getting very good starting pitching on this run that they're on. It started with this road trip back on August the 7th. So back to the top of the order for Rando Moreno. And so far, Rando 0 for 4. Swinging and hits this one hard right to second base. Jamil has it, his throws high. Blatnick leaps, makes the catch. He's down on the bag for the out. And quickly 2 up and 2 down here in the 7th. And that'll bring up Corey Dempster. He had Solano back on August the 7th, pitched really well. McDonald the following night on the 8th. That was that exciting 7-5 comeback win against the Packs. Corey went to 6 1/3 in that game. Jordan Brigg in his last game with the Diamonds, August the 9th. This pitch misses for a ball. Jordan Brigg, 6 innings, 1 run. He struck out 12. That was the 10-4 win over the Clips. Steyerwalt the next night didn't pitch all that well. Neither did Freeze the following game on the 11th. But ball's foul to make the count 1-1. But point being, when the Diamonds are getting good starts, they're winning. And, of course, they did win that slugfest at the 16-11 game that Freeze started against Vallejo. And pitch misses, and the count goes 2-1. Corey didn't pitch particularly well in that game. 5 innings, 8 runs. But, well, when you score 16 runs, you can take a tough start and still win.
Well, the Diamonds
swing and a miss here. Count 2-2.
Led that game by 7-0. And then they allowed, they were tied with 2 outs and 2 strikes in the 9th inning on a pass ball, and it was 10-10. And then they came back and scored 6 runs in the top of the 10th.
That'll do it for you.
Yeah.
2-2 pitch, swung on, hard hit, left side, and fouled on the left field line, and we'll do the 2-2 pitch again.
Now, Tim at BayAreaSports.tv has pulled a fast one and switched the Diamonds logo in the lower left-hand corner. And now that's turning around.
There's a pitch outside, running the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes to Corey Dempster. Base hits and a stolen base in the 4th for Corey. Other than that, 0 for 3, so 1 for 4 overall. Payoff pitch, here it is. Fastball in there, a called strike 3, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Kyle Chavez and the Diamonds. So that was quick work of the Pacifics in the 7th will go to the bottom of the 7th. 7th inning stretch time here for Pittsburgh. It's the Pacifics 8, Diamonds 3.
The 90 feet between third base and home plate is some of the most important real estate in sports. That's why a coach is located there to help runners navigate the valuable turf. There is help for you, too, when you need to navigate real estate issues. Kroski Real Estate in Pittsburgh has been building strong communities since 1946. The family-owned and operated business is an expert on commercial property management, real estate sales, and residential property management. Kroski Real Estate is on Railroad Avenue in Old Town, Pittsburgh. When you are making the turn for home, get the help you need from Kroski Real Estate. Red's Barbershop. You know when it's time for a haircut, but you aren't really thrilled with the trim you've been getting? You'd like to find a new hair cutter, but it seems like a big hassle with too many choices and not enough information. We're giving you the take sign, as in take down this information. Call Red's Barbershop and make an appointment. Red has the skills and experience with all types of hair. He is great with the latest styles and still knows how to make you shine with more traditional haircuts. Call 925-382-1399 and make an appointment. That's 925-382-1399. Red's Barbershop is at 190 East 7th Street, just off Railroad Avenue in Old Town. Give Red a call today, 925-382-1399.
We'll do it again, okay? All right.
All right, bottom of the 7th we go. Garcia will lead it off. He's had a big night tonight. He'll be followed by Brett Smith and Rafael Valera, the 9-1-2 now. Here to face Trevor Lubking after Koenig went 5 innings with 2 runs. So the Kavanaugh and the Pacifics make the change. But, quality 5 innings in the books for Jared Koenig. In line for him would be his 9th win if the Pacifics can hold on. Diamonds still 9 outs left. Here's the pitch outside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Double and a run scored. Stolen base hit. And another run scored for Jose Garcia.
Be a nice night if one good thing to come out of this night if Garcia has suddenly come awake at the plate
and keep it going. We'll start seeing that average go up. That would be great for Pittsburgh. 2 balls, no strikes. There's a good look at the Diamond infielder. Next pitch to a swing and a foul back, and the count goes 2-1.
That was at us.
No flinching over here.
We're tough.
We're city pigeons. 2 balls, 1 strike to Garcia. Diamond's a 6-3 winner yesterday behind Blackley. Here's the pitch, swinging a foul. This one will get out of play. But tough night for Corey McDonald, and kind of got away from him early, Scott. 4 spot in the 2nd, 2 spot in the 3rd for San Rafael, and well, they've at least so far have not looked back. Lubking to the plate, 2-2 pitch, and a called strike 3, and a fastball in the inside corner, and out number 1 as Garcia strikes out to start the 7th.
The Diamonds have a mystery player up in the bullpen. He looks like Sean Johnson. He's tall, got long hair, and he is number 17. And we don't have a 17, and we don't know who he is, but he's throwing.
But we believe that he's good.
We don't. Well, I don't even know that.
I'm trying to believe that.
Okay.
And hopefully he'll make us a believer. Make you a believer.
I'd like him. Yeah, I'd like him to make me a believer.
And I'd like to know his name. Mm-hmm. No balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Smith, ground ball, left side, backhanded by the shortstop Moreno over to first base in time for the out. And quickly 2 up and 2 down here in the bottom of the 7th inning. So Trevor Lubking picking up for Koenig, and it's going to picking up right where Koenig left off, unfortunately for Pittsburgh. Here's Yuki Yasuda, and Yasuda going to get himself an at-bat here, and he'll bat for Rafael Valera.
The birthday boy has the night off now after 1 walk and 2 groundouts.
And the first pitch to Yuki, and that one is low. So Brett Smith to get a walk and a stolen base. 0 for 3. Other than that for Brett. And the next pitch to Yuki. That is low 2-0. So Yasuda gets his first bat tonight as he comes off the bench. Walk, an RBI ground out, and a 6-4-3 double play for Valera tonight. There's a pitch in there for a strike. And the count goes 2 balls and 1 strike to Yasuda. Yuki, nobody aboard and 2 outs. Diamonds see if they can make some 2-out noise with Blatnick waiting on deck. And this one's going to be a slicer base hit into right field. So Yuki Yasuda's got himself that 2-out single. And here comes Morgan Blatnick, and he'll bat in the place of Gabriel Bracamonte.
I don't know why this comes to mind right now, but did you hear what happened in the match play championship at Pebble Beach this weekend?
I sure didn't.
24 people. I think there were 24 golfers tied for the last spot. They had 24 golfers tee off to play off for one final spot in the final.
And you'd have to tell me if that's a lot. Well, your expression tells me that it's a lot. Blatnick takes a strike. I'm one of those rare baseball guys that can't make the golf references. Can't do it.
Well, this is
Twilight Zone references on cartoons. I got that.
This is not a golf reference about baseball. This is a golf reference. We're talking about golf.
About golf.
Golf.
No, but you know, there are pitches that when misses are.
Well, let's say 100 people in a competition, and you have you take the top 24, and 50 tie for the last place. They have 50 people to play up for the last place in the tournament.
Wow,
that's a lot.
That's a lot. A 1-1 pitch to Morgan, swing and a miss as he takes the mighty cut, and the count goes 1-2. But you know, most announcers, sports announcers, especially baseball announcers, it seems, always have those golf references. I have none.
You have none. Well, not one. None. Well, there are 24 people they tee off. They all have to play the 17th hole. 2 of them birdie it. It's only 2 out of the 24 make it to the 18th hole. One guy bogeys it, and the other guy triple bogeys it. So the bogey guy wins.
1-2 fouled off.
That's all the golf we're going to talk about. No more golf.
You're talking about bogey. I'm thinking you're talking about Bogart. We switch to movies.
We'll always have Paris. There's a movie. That's a movie. Casablanca.
One of my favorites. Blatnick waits. The 1-2 pitch is high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Joel Carranza would be next. So Bracamonte struck out, and then he had that interference. It turned into that crazy double play in the first. He did pick up a walk and a flyout on the evening, so that'll close out his night. And Bracamonte takes up high for a ball. Blatnick takes up high for a ball.
Wholesale changes in that Diamond lineup and defensively last inning. I don't know if it was just shake up the pot because this lineup's not doing it or what, but
and there goes Yasuda, and this one's ball 4. And the Diamonds are going to get 2 on here for Joel Carranza.
The Diamonds are only 5 runs down. So a couple runs, and boom, this is a ball game.
I'm telling you, well, you had the base hit there from Yasuda. You get the walk to Morgan Blatnick, who just keeps piling those up. I mean, what an eye that guy's got. And now here's Joel Carranza, and we talked about it before. He went from seemingly, 2 home runs to 7 in a blink of an eye. There's a pitch that's low for a ball, and the count 1-0, and well, maybe if he can hit a 3-run home run, and this could go from an 8-3 game to an 8-6 game in a blink of an eye. At least that's what the Diamonds are hoping. Here's the pitch, and on the outside corner, a strike, and the count evens up now, 1-1. Infield hit for Carranza thus far. They got him the next 2 times, so 1 for 3 so far for Joel. Love King, the 1-1 pitch, way outside for a ball. Count 2 balls and a strike. Diamonds, after seeing the first two go down here in this inning, the last two reach, and this one punched into right, could be trouble down the line. It's a foul ball as it goes into the Diamonds bullpen, and boy, that was very close to being maybe a 2 RBI double. Didn't miss that right field line by much, and certainly when it left the bat of Joel Carranza, I was thinking extra bases.
Right, and with 2 outs, everybody running. So
Yasuda at second. Blotnick not being held at first base. He's getting a huge lead over there. 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed it, 1 in the dirt. And that'll do it for the Diamonds. So they get 2 on, but they can't score them. And at the end of the 7, the Diamonds continue to trail San Rafael. It's 8-3 Pacifics.
Paula, do something.
All right, ready? Okay, Bodie, you're on. Joey? Okay, this is what Bodie wanted to do. So he's trying to entertain us. Okay, cheer for Bodie.
Why did he swing at that?
But perhaps this isn't an entertaining song.
I can't take it back.
Can they get a whoop whoop?
Whoop, whoop. Wrong continent.
Why did you swing at that? Top of the 8th inning we go. Javion Randall to lead it off. Randall, Gillespie, Taylor, middle of the order here upcoming. And the Diamonds have a new pitcher into the ball game, but here's the guy that well, we're not sure what his name is.
Is there any information on 17?
His name is Ryan Browning.
Ryan Browning.
Ryan Browning, left-hander, is the new guy on the mound for Pittsburg. So Kyle Chavez comes in. He pitches a couple of innings, gives up 1 run. And now Ryan Browning will take over. Name sounds familiar. I seem to remember a left-hander, Tom Browning, that pitched in the major leagues. But Ryan Browning or Brian Browning?
I thought it said Brian. Is it Brian or Ryan?
I thought Paula said Ryan. Let's see.
Number 17, Brian.
It is Brian.
Brian Browning from Homewood, Alabama, age 23. Throws left, bats left. Won't see that. 6'3", 200 pounds.
He's going to take on the middle part of this very tough order, who's, well, frankly, had a good night. There's 3 runs last night for San Rafael. They put up 8 here tonight. This one bounced foul.
Last year he was with the Boise team, farm affiliate of the Colorado Rockies. He was in 11 games, pitched 15 2/3 innings, and that's all I can really tell you. He's a record of 1 win and 2 losses. ERA 6.89. And what happened? Why he didn't get here till now this year? I don't know. That's all.
We're finding out a little bit about him as we go along. Popped the glove pretty nicely that time. Good fastball there. Throws it right by Javion Randall. The count 1 ball and 2 strikes. And there's a good look at him. Takes Sean Johnson's number.
Yeah. And his haircut.
And his haircut. The 1-2 pitch, and that one is low for a ball. 2-2.
Got him at the University of Mississippi and the University of West Florida.
So we told you about Vallejo's struggles. They lost last night 5-2 to Sonoma. They were losing 10-0 tonight. They were trying to avoid their 7th straight loss. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. The 2-2 pitch swing has been grounded foul wide of third. And the count stays at 2-2. Kenny Matthews got the win for the Stompers last night. 7 innings, 2 runs, 11 strikeouts. Wilfrey Allerton took the loss. 5 innings, 4 runs, 3 earned, 4 strikeouts. Jacob Cox got the save. Here's another guy having a very nice year out of the bullpen there for Sonoma. That pitch just does miss. Count goes 3-2. Cox, an inning, no runs to pick up save number 23. And the ERA, quite good as well. So he's having a very nice year for the Stompers. That's Jacob Cox. Here's the pitch, and that one on the outside corner, a call, strike 3. So Randall, he strikes out here to start the 8th. Here comes Brent Gillespie. And Gillespie nearly took Corey's head off with that liner in the 1st inning. Infield hit an RBI in the 2nd, flew out in the 4th. Double and a run scored in the 6th. He's been a busy young man here this evening.
Different score in from Vallejo. It's 11-0 now.
Situation hasn't changed a whole lot, but the score has.
Clippers leading the Silverados 11-9.
A wild game up in the wine country. But boy, Vallejo in one of those situations now, maybe when the losing just starts to mount up, Scott. You can get down 1-0 in the 1st and go, oh no, here we go again. Line to first base and caught. And that is going to be, that's Kaz Canella.
Right, that's Canella.
Over there at first
Another
base.
Switch. Blatnick's over at 3rd. Garcia's now at short.
Here's another look at this. This is a sinking line drive off the bat of Brent Gillespie. Lefty on lefty matchup with Gillespie, and he really squared that one up. So Gillespie's had himself a very good night at the plate. He's out this time, but really hit the ball hard. Here's Jake Taylor now. RBI base hit his last time back in the 6th. Other than that, a couple of flyouts and a ground out. So Jake's 1 for 4. Big Jake waits. 1 for the 1-0 pitch. Just misses. Count 2 balls and no strikes. Two up, 2 down. Taylor trying to keep things alive for Zach Files. This one way outside for a ball. So the Diamonds, as we look ahead to the 8th inning, Jamil would be the leadoff man unless they go again to the bench. Quitzer and then Javier. This one fouled off. That'll get out of play, and they count 3-1 to Jake Taylor. So 3-0 pitch, 5-run lead in the 8th. Taylor getting the green light. Diamonds just 6 more outs to give. Here's Browning. Kicks and fires. This one's hitting there. That's going to be a base hit over the second baseman's head into right field. 2nd hit of the evening for Jake Taylor, and he's aboard with 2 down. And here comes Zach Files. He's had a good night. Walked a couple of times, scored twice, and has picked up a base hit. So Files, one of those guys that gives you some power, also gives you some speed. Some big numbers on the board in the association here tonight. Here's the pitch. That one is low. Kevin Farley had a good night last night for Sonoma. 2 for 4, a double, 2 runs. And the guy from your neck of the woods, San Ramon product, on base percentage at .393. Here's the pitch, and that one in there is strike, and the count 1-1. Cam Stewart had a couple of base hits, a run scored, and an RBI. Nick Aikens Sr., he homered last night, Scott. 24th time, and picked up RBI number 68. Swing and a miss. The count 1-2. And, of course, Aiken Sr. leading the league in both those categories. And I guess he and Javion Randall probably the two front runners, I would think, for the MVP.
Yeah, you're right. And although the problem is, and that's a good thing to talk about, this is
1-2 pitch gets away. That's going to be a pass ball. And trotting on down to second base is Jake Taylor.
So how important is a team's play to a most valuable player vote?
Pretty important, being that it's a team game. But I think the precedent that I would set was, did Rod Carew win it with a fourth-place team one year?
Yeah, but Rod Carew probably deserved it, for so long. At some point, you overcome all that, right? At some point, Rod Carew needs to get it because he's just played this so well. But when you look at it over a season like this, you've got Aikens is good, but looks what Vallejo's doing now, and Sandra fell. Now Randall, my vote would be Randall. I guess that's my point.
3-2 pitch, and that's ball 4. So after getting the first 2 out, Browning allows the next 2 to reach, a Taylor base hit and a walk to Zach Files.
But when the Diamonds go undefeated the rest of the way and win the championship, who should win? Who's going to be the most valuable player?
Well, let's see who puts up those great numbers from now until then.
We're going to have to see, right?
Be one of those guys that's played well up until this point. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss as Wes Wallace stands in. Strikeout victim his last time, but Wes has been on 3 times, twice by way of the hit by pitch, once by the walk. Scored a run and stolen a base. Swing and a miss. Count 0-2.
At some point, that playing against your old team thing wears off, I guess, because we haven't seen Dakota Freeze this entire series against Santa Fe. And in the first half of the season, we didn't play Santa Fe without Dakota Freeze on the mound.
0-2 pitch outside for a ball, and it's 1-2. Yeah, it takes a little while, but then before too long, you get used to seeing the guy in that other uniform.
Right.
1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3 on the high fastball. So the Pacifics get 2 runners on, but they are both stranded by Brian Browning. So his first inning with the Diamonds, a good one as he puts up the 0. And now we'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Getting late for Pittsburgh. They trail it by 5.
If you've been there before, you know. When your car breaks down on the freeway, you want quick, reliable service. You want All Counties Tow. With 20 years of experience, 7 locations in Northern California, and 50 trucks, All Counties Tow is the one to count on when you need roadside help. You can find them at allcotow.com or phone 925-709-0759 for fast, dependable service. Easy and painless. All Counties Tow. Are you looking for a community-based establishment that will provide a fun and exciting environment for your family? Certainly Diamonds Baseball is one, and no doubt Lumpy's Diner is another. Before or after the game, eating at Lumpy's Diner or Lumpy's Diner Express can make for a great doubleheader. And if you want to win a road game, LD's Catering will make your event a hit no matter the location. Lumpy's Diner is a homegrown sensation, world famous since 2008. Bring your family to ours.
Yeah.
So, new pitcher into the ball game as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Mitch Williams will take over for Trevor Lubking, who picked up right where Koenig left off. Couple innings pitched, no runs for Koenig, so a nice outing out of the bullpen for him. And we said he had such a great ERA coming in. That falls even further. And now the left-hander Mitch Williams will take over.
Mitch Williams comes in here making his 23rd appearance on the year, 33 2/3 innings pitched, 19 walks, 41 strikeouts in 33 2/3 innings. His record is no wins and 1 loss. He has a 5.35 ERA.
And a great mustache.
He does have a great mustache. Kind of a classic.
It is. And it almost reminds me of the guy on the Pringles can.
Or Raleigh Fingers, one of the two.
Well, when I'm thinking fingers, I'm thinking that big twist with the... Did he have the wax with the big twist?
You expect that out of his if it's just not there. But
here's Jamil getting his second at-bat after picking up for Ryan Lashley. So Jamil came in for Lash in the 6th. He struck out leading off the inning. And now he bats here leading off the 8th. So the young man out of Pakistan looking for his first pro base hit. And the Diamonds could really use it here. Down by 5, but still 2 innings left. Can the Diamonds make a run at the Pacifics here? And the pitch, swinging a foul back.
Does he have a green bat? Looks.
When the light hits it, it does look green.
Looks like a green bat to me.
Tan with some green trim. The 0-1 swing, foul back again, and the count 0-2.
They're making contact, and that's good.
Jamil trying to get some things started here for Pittsburg. Quitzer, Javier to follow. Of course, we've had some switches going on here for the Diamonds. Here is the 0-2, and that went inside for a ball. Count 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Mitch Williams going for the mustache wax endorsement.
Keep wanting to call him the Wild Thing, but
Wild Things Williams.
Remember Mitch Williams of the Phillies?
Is that what he was?
Pitch way outside for a ball. Count 2-2. He was one of those guys that he would get the save, but he'd walk a few guys, maybe he'd give up a hit. He was exciting for both teams.
First, he'd make it worse. Then he'd get out of it.
2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch swung on and missed strike 3. So there's out number 1 to start the inning. And here comes Chris Quitzer, a ringing double his last time. And also tonight a base hit and a walk. So he, like Jose Garcia, even though things haven't gone the way the Diamonds have wanted them, those 2 guys are certainly having themselves some good offensive performances here tonight.
Nothing like waking up your own bat. Maybe it'll pay dividends in the future.
And Quitzer takes low for a ball, 1 ball and no strikes. Clippers, who've played well lately, winning again tonight over the Silverados, 11-9. Oh, and boy, that hit Quitzer in the back. And Chris is going to get on first base, but not the way he had hoped. So a hit by pitch here, and that'll bring up Stephen Javier. But the Clips a winner last night, so back-to-back nights for the Clips bats. Big night last night. They scored 15. Frank Lopez got the win for the Clips. 4 innings, 3 runs, 2 earned. Scott Harkin took the loss for the Silverados. 5 innings, 9 runs, 6 earned, 4 walks. And boy, the Clips started scoring early and just didn't stop. Here's the pitch in there for a strike by Williams. The count, no balls and 1 strike here to Javier. 0 for 3 for Steven tonight. Right-handed batter waits. Here's the 0-1 pitch way outside. And the count goes 1 ball and 1 strike. Clippers last night, 4 in the first, 4 in the third, and then 4 more in the 7th. They collected 16 hits overall. The 1-1 pitch, and that one swung on, popped up on the infield. Jake Taylor, foul ground, and the first baseman makes the catch for out number 2. So Javier 0 for 4, and that'll bring up Kaz Canella. Pedro Barrios, a big night for the Clips in that win over Napa. He had 3 hits, 5 hits for Alan Mockabee, including a double and 3 runs scored. So the Clips been playing a lot better lately. That one's outside. And the last couple of nights, boy, they are putting up the run totals.
The night last week, I know that they were 2 games below 500 since the halfway point of the season.
A marked improvement for the young Clippers. The next pitch outside, 2 balls and no strikes. So Clippers fans can take some stock into that, even though it's certainly been a down year. They come in to tonight's play 19 and 46. This one way outside for a ball, but at this stage, you're just looking for some steady improvement.
Right. Well, then they're an expansion team, and they're getting the club together, and you just got to give them some space, man.
Sure. Here's the pitch, and that one way outside. And that is a walk, a 4-pitch walk to Kaz Canella. So the Diamonds get 2 aboard here. And here comes Garcia. And we told you he's had a big night.
Yeah.
Yuki Yasuda out on deck. Actually, it's Brett Smith. And that would be big because I think Brett Smith still got a hitting streak he's trying to keep alive. Diamond's trying to stay alive in this ball game. This one in there for a strike count, 0-1. And right now trying to put up that crooked number and give themselves a reasonable chance in the 9th inning. Down by 5 here in the 8th with 2 outs. The pitch. This one lashed into right center field. That's going to be a base hit. Runner around third, and here comes Quinter. He will score without a throw, and the Diamonds have cut the lead now to 8-4 as Jose Garcia picks up hit number 3 on the evening.
Yeah, Jose hits here where it matters. He's led off those last 2 innings where he got hits. This time with a runner in scoring position, he gets the RBI single. And that's the even more important hit.
And just to mention, Chris Quitzer hit by a pitch. So the Pacifics give the Diamonds that free base. That free base comes around to score.
And now Brett to get his hitting streak alive.
This one and that one's in there for a strike to Smith. And the count, no balls and 1 strike to Brett, trying to keep this alive. Yuki Yasuda in the on-deck circle. So Smith, coming into tonight's play, has hit in 15 straight. This one is lashed down the right field side. That's going to drop in for a base hit. 1 run is in. Here comes the 2nd run. There goes Smith around to third as the ball is played back to the infield, and the Diamonds have played in 2 more, and it's 8-6, and they're going to bring the tying run of the plate here in the 8th inning.
Brett Smith with a triple, and boy, the speed of Garcia and Smith racing around those base paths. You're going to see fire coming out of the back of their shoes. Garcia scores, Smith on at third, 90 feet away. Yuki Yasuda up here, 2 down, all of this with 2 down. The Diamonds just have come alive here, and they've given themselves a chance.
Well, how about that? Not only does Brett Smith keep his hitting streak going, moving into 16 games, but he's got the Diamonds to within 2. And here's Yuki Yasuda up high for a ball. The count 1-0. So the Pacifics look like they had this one well in hand, and all of a sudden, it looks like the Diamonds have a chance to possibly tie this game here in this inning. Here's the pitch, and Yuki takes in there for a strike. Now, Yuki not a guy that's likely to hit the home run, but we've certainly seen him show power here from time to time.
Yep, they can do that, and they don't need a home run. A single will make it a 1-run game.
1-1 pitch, and that one in there, a strike. The count 1-2. Blatnick waits on deck. So the Diamonds all of a sudden have made this very exciting. 3 runs here in the inning. Now trail it 8-6. 1-2 pitch. And just off the outside part of the plate. And I had to wait just a moment because home plate umpire Ricardo Rodriguez sometimes gives you that little bit of a delay before he makes his call. 2-2 pitch. Swung on it, missed strike 3. So the Diamonds come up with 3. But Mitch Williams, who struggled in the inning, gets the strikeout here to end the frame. But the Diamonds have cut the lead to 2. Will go to the top of the ninth now, 8-6, San Rafael.
In baseball, dedication, hard work, and some creative thinking can make a team a champion. At Winter Chevrolet, the same qualities can make you the champion. Pittsburgh's new and used Chevrolet dealer has the car that will make you feel like you just hit a home run. With a large selection to choose from, Winter Chevrolet is sure to have the car that fits your personality, and their amazing finance programs will allow you to slide into your new car safely. Winter Chevrolet, a proud sponsor of Diamonds Baseball, is off of Highway 4 in Pittsburgh. Winter has what you want. One example of teamwork is a smoothly executed double play memorialized in the famous baseball poem, Tinkers to Evers to Chance. Another example of great teamwork is the Pittsburgh Chamber of Commerce. MyPittsburghChamber.org brings together the many and varied businesses that make up the local economy and forges them into a community force that is focused on economic development, advocacy, partnerships, and workforce development. The Pittsburgh Chamber is making a difference. Even if your business doesn't leave you the time to get personally involved, your membership contribution will advance the cause. Visit mypittsburghchamber.org today.
Well done, Bodie. Thank you.
Well, how about that for things kind of being a bit somber and then all of a sudden turning into quite a bit of excitement as the Diamonds have come up with 3 runs in the 8th inning, and all of a sudden, Scotty, we've got ourselves an interesting ball game. It's 8-6. Joe Mello, Diamond's right-hander, is on the pitch for Pittsburgh.
What might not have seemed a while ago to be a very important inning is all of a sudden a very important inning for the Diamonds because he needs to keep things right where they are. The Diamonds within 2 runs. He's making his 3rd appearance on the year. He was with the Diamonds last year. This year he's only on his 3rd appearance. 1 2/3 innings pitched. He has given up 4 walks, he has a strikeout, no record, and has not given up any runs.
So here's San Rafael now thinking that, or looking like they had things fairly well in hand, but the Diamonds able to get off the deck and put up the crooked number, and we've got ourselves a good ball game here. 8-6 in favor of San Rafael, looking for a split in these 2 games with Pittsburgh. The Diamonds winning 6-3 yesterday. And Billy Damon actually didn't pitch all that badly for San Rafael yesterday. Koenig pitched very well, but took him out after 5. Lubkin came in. He had a couple innings of scoreless, but not so for Mitch Williams. And he got into some bit of trouble, and the Diamonds were able to make him pay.
Yeah, there's some issue about.
Apparently, there's been some lineup changes here.
In the 4th spot, and I said no because he's sitting on first base. He doesn't lose. He doesn't move in the batting order.
Right.
Moving around, Canal is out of right field. We're losing the guy at first and putting the pitcher in that spot. Losing the second baseman.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, the second baseman.
There we go.
So now we've got some changes on the lineup, and we always kind of musical chairs and a bit of a circus for us to figure out who's coming
Well, I
into
think
the ball
what happened
game.
is I think that the designated hitter came into the game, and that confused everybody. And so we got Carranza at first base.
Well, it always confuses me. I'm always the last to know.
So you take the DH starts playing, and then you got problems.
And the pitch is in there for a strike count, 0-1.
The DH.
Your favor. There's.
I'm in favor of Joel Carranza. I'm not in favor of the DH. Joseph Mello out pitching, and now we got a new batter. Does that look like Williamson, the batter's box? But you say it's someone else. But it shouldn't be Williams as a pitcher. He shouldn't be hitting 22. 32.
And the 0-1 pitch from Joe Mello is up high for a ball.
Is not on my roster. No, here he is. Mark Lindsay. Mark Lindsay is 32.
Okay, Mark Lindsay. He's been in the game the whole time. So
And he's due
apologize
up.
for that.
He's due up in my batting order.
So he will start the 9th inning. Lindsay, Kyle Yolande, and Rando Moreno. And well, my score sheet's just an absolute mess.
Mello and Javier had their private conversation out there, and I think they've agreed on whatever it is that they'd had not agreed on before. Give it another shot here.
So we told you the Diamonds winners of 6 of 7, trying to make that 7 of 8. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and that one's up high for a ball. 2 balls and a strike. So Brett Smith coming up with the big 2 RBI triple with 2 outs in the inning. Diamonds have cut the lead to 2. 8 runs, 11 hits for San Rafael. 6 and 8 for the Diamonds. There's one that's inside. And the count goes 3 balls and a strike. Lindsay, Yolande, and then Rando Moreno here for San Rafael in the 9th. And now all of a sudden it looks like they could use some insurance. And that pitch is on the outside corner, strike 2.
Lindsay thought it was a ball 4, but he got called back, and he will get a chance to hit again at 3-2.
So looking ahead to the 9th for the Diamonds, Blatnick, Carranza, and then Jamil. And the payoff pitch, here it comes. Way high and inside, and there is a walk to start the inning. Lindsay walks, and here comes Kyle Yolande. And he has had himself a good night. Yolande has struck out the last 2 times that he's been up, but an RBI base hit and a run scored, that was in the 2nd, and a 2-out, 2-run home run back in the 3rd inning. And all of a sudden you look up and the lead is just 2 runs, so what a big hit that turned out to be. Kyle waits, Mello ready, right-hander from the stretch, and the pitch, fastball just off the outside part of the plate. And the count 1 ball and no strikes.
Sonoma now leading Vallejo 15-0.
Is there a mercy rule?
Bottom of the 7th, and it's 11-9. Martinez over Napa in the top of the 8th.
Boy, some wild scores from around the association. 1-0 pitch, swing, and this ball hit well. Right center field, and catch is going to be made out there in right center field. I think that was Canella out there.
It looks like Canella.
And that'll be out number 1.
Unless it's Quitzer. Quitzer should be in left, I guess.
So 1 up, 1 down. Or actually, Yolande flies out after the walk. So he flies to right, 1 on, 1 out. And now back at the top of the order for Rando Moreno. And the pitch is low for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Looking ahead tomorrow for Pittsburg versus Napa. That game's at 6. Friday at Sonoma, 6 o'clock. Saturday at Napa, or against Napa at 5. Sunday also against the Silverados. A 1 o'clock starts there. And boy, Moreno turns on one here and spanks it into center field for a base hit.
Yep. So now it's Mello's got to keep this down. He got runners at first and second and 1 out. And coming up will be Dempster, and the Diamonds, you know, they've crawled back. They've scratched and crawled their way back to within 2 runs here. And they just need to keep it at that level.
That they do. Here's Corey Dempster now. He bats with 1 out and 2 on. Javion Randall would follow, and a couple of strikeouts in the game here for Corey Dempster. A couple of flyouts along with a base hit, and this pitch is a strike. And the count 0-1. So the Diamonds do all that work to get back into this ball game, trail it by 2. Want to keep it right there here with Joe Mello. The Diamond bullpen right now into their calisthenics mode. Maybe Jane Fonda's workout to get ready, and this one up high for ball. See, there's another reference that you'll get. Nobody else will.
I know somebody, someone's father who used to do the Jane Fonda workout on video tape. He hated her so much that he would make her mad and he'd work harder.
The 1-1 swinging a foul back, and the count goes 1-2. Yeah, I saw where she's got some new movie coming out. She's got to be well into her 70s now, I would think, right?
I think so, yeah.
Looks like she looks quite good. Time has been good to her. The 1-2 pitch upcoming. Here it is. Swinging a foul back, and it stays 1-2. God, she's had a long career. I had a chance to catch a movie with her in it, and I think it was made like 3 years before I was born.
Well, her father helped.
Didn't hurt.
Yeah.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 on. 8-6 in favor of San Rafael. Dempster waits. And the pitch swung on. That's hammered into left field. That'll get down for a base hit. Quitzer comes up with the ball. Rainbow throw offline. But the runners stop as the Pacifics play station to station. They now have them loaded here with 1 out.
There's an indication where the Pacifics should have taken the chance. It's 2020 after the whole thing's over. But one reason they didn't was the ball was hit so hard right at the left fielder that that the runner from second would have had a tough time scoring. Had they tried to score, it would have been easy because the throw was so offline that there would have been no play at the plate.
They didn't want to risk it. And maybe part of the reason you don't risk it if you're Matt Cavanaugh is because Javian Randall's coming up. Right-hander waits. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Count 0-1.
Nice pitch there by Mello to get it past Randall, but I don't know how many times you're going to do that. Something funny at the other end of our table that has cracked up everybody down there. I'm not sure what it is.
The 0-1 pitch, swing, a little chopper up along third, and the count goes 0-2. Bases full of Pacifics. Nowhere to put JV with Gillespie waiting on deck.
That'll take a long time.
Mello comes set. The 0-2 pitch. Here it comes.
Ooh.
Up high for a ball. Easy take there for JV. That one clearly above the letters. League's leading hitter has a chance to put some distance between the Pacifics and the Diamonds. And that's what San Rafael and Matt Cavanaugh are looking for right now. The 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3. Snap throw over to first, not in time.
What a strikeout by Mello to get Randall there. That was a big out. They still got to get to Gillespie, but the bases loaded. But that was a big out and a big moment for Mr. Mello.
And Brent Gillespie, he has the double and a run scored. He's got an infield hit and an RBI, and he's hit the ball hard into outs 2 other times. One time that it nearly hit Corey McDonald back in the first. Then he lined out to first when he squared one up in the 8th. So he has had a good night swinging the bat, better than the stats will show you. Here's a pitch swung on and missed, and the count 0-1.
Bases loaded, and the 2 big hitters for San Rafael that Mello's had to face. He strikes out Randall, and now the big showdown with Gillespie here in the 9th. What?
1 pitch, and this one gets away momentarily. Blocked by Javier. He kept it in front. Doesn't roll far enough for the runners to advance, and the count goes 1 ball and 1 strike. The Diamonds in danger of allowing this 2-run deficit to balloon, and a strike away from getting to the ninth, trailing by just 2. That one up high for a ball count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, Blatnick, Carranza, and Jamil, the scheduled hitters for the Diamonds in the bottom of the frame. Diamonds have trailed throughout the evening. They've been down by as many as, 7-1 and 8-1. Now cut it to 8-6. Here's the pitch. That misses. And the count goes 3-1.
3-1 count. And it's all on the line here. I mean, it's just a big pitch.
Mello looks in. Diamonds don't have the exaggerated shift on, but certainly playing Gillespie to pull the ball. And the 3-1 offering fouled away, and it's 3-2. And the runners will get a jump.
It's me. I admit it. It's me. It's me. I did it. Oh, I know. That's my favorite one.
Payoff pitch due to Brent Gillespie. Top half of the ninth inning in a wild game here from Winter Chevrolet Stadium. There go the runners. There's the pitch. Called ball 4. So Gillespie with the walk. He'll pick up the RBI. And just like that, the lead goes from 8-6 to 9-6 as the Pacifics pick up some insurance. And here comes Jake Taylor. Base is still juiced. So Joe Mello comes in, yields a run. Here's the pitch to Taylor, and that is up high for a ball. Nobody warming in the, it doesn't look like anybody's throwing in the San Rafael bullpen. Here's the pitch, swung on and missed. And the count 1 ball and 1 strike. So I haven't seen anybody warming up, but Mitch Williams certainly struggled through that last half inning, allowing 3 hits or 3 runs for the Diamonds to score. You'd wonder if would he be the guy to come out for the ninth. You wouldn't think so. The 1-1 pitch swung on, popped into the air, right side. Yuki Yasuda at second base, calls for it, makes the catch. The inning is over. Joe Mello gives up a run, but the Diamonds trail it by 3 here. They've got themselves a chance in the ninth. We'll go to the bottom of the ninth inning. Diamonds trail it 9-6.
Is there anything more fun than a ball bouncing off the outfield wall for a double? Well, if there is, it might be a double-double from In-N-Out. In-N-Out is an iconic burger restaurant for a reason. Quality is the most important ingredient at In-N-Out. They never freeze, pre-package, or microwave the food. Your burgers, fries, and a shake are waiting to be made on Delta Gateway Boulevard, just off Highway 4. In-N-Out, that's what a hamburger is all about. Are you looking for a community-based establishment that will provide a fun and exciting environment for your family? Certainly Diamonds Baseball is one, and no doubt Lumpy's Diner is another. Before or after the game, eating at Lumpy's Diner or Lumpy's Diner Express can make for a great doubleheader. And if you want to win a road game, LD's Catering will make your event a hit no matter the location. Lumpy's Diner is a homegrown sensation, world famous since 2008. Bring your family to ours.
Casilla. Somewhere I have this. I don't know where it is.
All right. Pitching for the Pacifics is number 45, Jose
All right, Jose Casillas into the ball game for San Rafael. Save situation for him. Trying to close this out. And I think that would make, well, I guess Koenig still would be in line for the win.
Casillas making his 26th appearance. He's had 26 innings pitched so far. 5 walks, 29 strikeouts. His record is 3 wins, 3 losses, and 10 saves already, and a 3.12 earned run average.
First pitch, Blacknick's going to bunt. Casillas off the mound to get it. Has it, fires in time for the out. Good play as he was off that mound quickly going back toward the third base line. And he jumped on that one very quickly and makes quick work of Blacknick. Good idea by Morgan. Just the pitcher got off the mound a little too quickly. So there's one out. And here's Joel Carranza.
You know, in the perfect world, the Diamonds come in here with a 2-run deficit, and Blacknick beats out for a base hit, and then Carranza comes up here, and and the rest is Diamonds history. But right now, it's not exactly that sweet.
So Blacknick tries to bunt, but he's out 1-3. Couple of walks in the, or a walk in the game for Blacknick. He had picked up for Bracamonte. Here's Carranza, and he swings and misses. Count 1 ball and 1 strike. Diamonds running out of outs. Down by 3. Casillas with the pitch, and that's on the outside corner for a strike. The count 1 ball and 2 strikes. There's a look at Aaron Miles.
There's Aaron, yeah.
Duff told us that he just wants them right now to be the champions of the August. And, well, they're doing that right now. There is one ripped by Carranza into the gap in left center. And a solid base hit for Joel here with 1 out.
Second hit of the night, and that was just a pretty base hit. I don't know what the sign is that Aaron has that says 3 runs, but I'm sure he's given it. And the first thing to do, Travis Blackley up to the mound. Well, he's probably hit as a pitcher. How many years ago, I don't know. He's got that green bat going.
So Blacknick will hit for Jamil here. And spent time in the majors. And, so he's hit at the pro level, the highest level. We know that.
Yes.
Don't know how well. But he's going to get a chance here. And you see his pitch is outside for a ball. The count 1 ball and no strikes.
And throwing a lefty up there against the right-handed batter, so
playing the percentages as well.
Yep.
And the pitch, and that one's inside for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes.
He's got, apparently Casillas afraid to throw strikes.
Chris Quitzer, who, well, we've seen the ball jump off his bat a couple of times. If Blackley can reach here, as Casillas wants another baseball. If Travis can reach here, the Diamonds would bring the tying run up to the plate here in the 9th. Bottom of the 9th inning, the San Rafael had held the Diamonds at an arm's length most of the evening, and then seemingly out of nowhere, the Diamonds were able to climb back in, bring tying run to the plate, and there was just one more base runner from doing that again here in the 9th.
And that is something they can take away from this game no matter how it ends, is that they did not just fold their tent.
That's right. 2-0 pitch, and Travis takes high for a ball, and it's 3-0. You'd have to be figuring he'd be taking all the way here and maybe all the way with 3-1. 3-1 pitch. In there, a strike. I'm thinking you're taking 3-1 as well. We'll see.
Yep.
3-1 pitch, swinging, ground ball to shortstop, over to second for 1, back to first, and that will be a double play, and that will do it. So the Diamonds, they make it exciting, come up here in the 9th trailing by 3, when they trailed by as many as 7. They did make it exciting at the end, but it's San Rafael who finishes on top, and they win it 9-6.
You were right. They should have had him taking us at 3-1. The Diamonds that's the worst thing he could have done. Just that double play and end the game. That's what happened. It's a tough position to put Travis in. I mean, he doesn't get a chance to hit. He doesn't take batting practice. He's up there for Jamil because Jamil is playing American baseball for the first time. So at the ending was an unfortunate situation because the Diamonds did not get to end it the way they would have with a real pinch hitter, giving a real opportunity to hit. But they can, as we said, take away from this game the fact that they were into it to the very end. When they were way out of it, when you could have just said, okay, we're not going to win this game. They didn't shake up the lineup so they could go away. They didn't give people a chance to play who haven't had a chance to play. They shook up the lineup saying, no, we're going to put different people in. We're going to have a different outcome, and we're going to come back and we're going to win this game. They didn't win it, but they had the right attitude, and they almost pulled it off.
We talked about the pitching, particularly the starting pitching, and sort of as it goes, so go the Diamonds.
Right.
During the streak, they've been getting more good starting pitching than bad. They've been winning those games. That's obviously no coincidence. Corey McDonald, however, just didn't quite have the game that the Diamonds had hoped tonight.
Right, and we're talking about for a pitcher to give you a good game, all this quality start, whatever. I understand those numbers, but I think you got to keep a team to 4 or 5 runs, and then you have a legitimate chance to win the game. If the Diamonds had done that tonight, they would have won.
As it turns out,
yeah.
They would have won. So that'll do it. Diamonds fall. They drop now to 32-34. San Rafael runs their record to 43-23. Diamonds back at it here tomorrow versus Napa. That'll be a 6 o'clock start. Hope you can join us then. For all of us here with Diamonds Baseball, for Scott McDonald, I'm Anthony Schultz saying good night from Pittsburgh.